Well, I guess you guys got 3 minutes and a half to bants.
3 minutes and change.
Oh no, banter.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
So,
we have to go ghost and ghost story now. And
telling ghost stories. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a ghost. He died.
Again.
Yeah.
it's like the
Only once. Obviously,
What's
didn't
her-
believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
you must watch that comic strip thing that comes up with Pixie in it.
Oh
No?
yeah, I know the one. I know the one with the pixie and the dog, right? I can't remember the name of the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, Pixie and Brutus.
Brutus,
Oh, right.
that was it. Look, you're so confused with that. What? No, what pixie? The cat.
I thought you meant like an actual pixie.
I
When
know
you
you
said
do.
like the cat and the dog. Yeah. I'm
It's
like,
a cat
oh,
and a
right, right.
dog. The name of the cat's Pixie,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and she's just kind of like, I'll tell a ghost
Right.
story under the little candle, and it's just like people walking, and then there was a ghost. Ooh, yeah, oh, scary.
Ooh, scared.
Under the right circumstances, it could be.
I mean, if you were literally walking down the street and a literal ghost just showed up, I think most people would freak a bit.
I did like the show I watched recently that was about ghosts and that.
I'm concerned.
It was good.
Was it? Was it the BBC show Ghosts?
No, it was just on Netflix.
Lockwood and Sag.
Lockwood and Co. Yeah.
Lockwood and go.
Oh.
Hey,
That's-
it lets people who can see ghosts carry around swords.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not Bleach, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's not Bleach. Understood.
Anyone gives you grief, you've got a sword.
Yeah.
That's a rule for life, though.
Except for like it's actual people rather than Shinigami.
Mm. So they're committing to the full human instead of the half human.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the point of Bleach? I've never watched Bleach, for reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bleach is a
I know.
little different.
Bleach is a bit
A lot different.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
different from what I've heard.
Yes, it gets rid of 99.9% of the germs.
Oh, shut up, Neil.
Jesus Christ.
Someday
I was
I'd do.
waiting for that, yeah.
I like a different version of it that I heard once, which was great. It was on a if anyone knows the show Bottom. It was oh
Yeah.
yes,
I'm aware of
this
it,
one.
yeah.
This stuff I got it from this guy down the pub. Kills 99.9% of everything. What does it leave? The germs.
Bottom, the great fucking.
Great show. Great.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rick
You-
Bell.
Yeah, you got to think that was like 30 years ago.
It was
as
a
well.
while. Aiden Edmondson's still doing good, apparently.
Yeah.
Last time I
Yeah,
heard.
it is.
So
He's married to
He was in a
Jennifer
show
Childers, I
just
think.
recently.
Candle in the eye. That was
What?
proper slapstick comedy.
I mean,
Oh.
that was Guest House Paradiso.
okay, so
All right. Should we actually get some D&D done?
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
no,
up
we'll
lately.
talk about Bottom for some
We
more.
talk about Bob.
What? Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Alterra, the Shattered Altsphere, for episode 52.
Yes, I got the number
Back
right.
to Haunt of the Ainsburst, part 3. Will our players and their characters survive another daunting encounter
Nope.
with the oh so charismatic, duplicating, celestial speaking thing? I don't know what you want to describe it as, yeah.
Mirror Ghost.
Shadow
I guess,
monster.
well, as per usual.
Must.
Let's do a quick introductions before the DM forgets himself in the spiel and the recap. Alvina, say hi.
Howdy! I've got toothache. Wisdom
That's
teeth.
a bit different.
Don't you worry, audience. That will not dampen the volume levels.
Yep, wisdom teeth. Ah.
Zormir.
Aye.
Fuck you.
Hello there. I'm eating pizza.
I'm jealous.
Cultmaster Lou.
Hi, I'm drinking tea.
That's weirdly on brand.
Very
for probably
British.
The point. Awakenings.
Hi, I haven't slept enough.
We guessed
Okay.
by the name.
I'll just say I'm
D&D
drinking
mug
energy
as
drink.
well.
And Gwent is going to be retired to their room for the next coming sessions. They had a terrible nightmare and they do not want to leave.
Trauma.
Yeah, Alvina was there, and
Yeah, Alvina was
It's not
there.
fine.
Done.
And you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Whenever you interact with them on the ship, they keep mumbling something about a broken door. And I'm Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM for today. Previously on Alterra, the party had some nightmares.
Yep.
That's it. That's all. That's
Pretty
the recap.
much, man.
It's okay. I'll recap it in the morning brunch.
As we
Yeah.
switch over to the Dawn Riser, this beautiful ship we have in front of us that will one day be pixelized if I ever get around to it on my to-do list.
Yeah.
The party wakes up, some feeling groggy, some still lingering from last night's memory. Some, I don't know what you do. I don't know. It's morning. It's open play session time. Players, move your characters to wherever you would like your characters to be on the ship. It is morning of day whatever, because I've not been keeping track of the calendar in this world.
Oh, weather.
we'll have-
Weather.
We're approaching the later stage of the Imrise season. It's gone past the equinox of the summer heat and is now starting to cool back down. Not that you would know, you're in a cave.
Yep. We're in a ship in a cave.
You're in a ship in a cave.
Ship in a cave in a hole.
In a hole. In a mountain.
In a
Underground.
mountain.
On a floating continent.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a broken world. But yes, we'll go around. Before we go around, everyone give some thought to what you would like your characters to be doing in the morning after such horrid nightmares and adventure, depending on what you believe your character would remember. After all, I did leave it to each character.
Yep.
And then I'll go around and just check what everybody wants to do for the morning scene. Alvina, it seems you've already made your way to the kitchen.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
Alvina's going to be basically going, yeah, I can remember that entirely. I imagine Alvina's probably one of the first up since she is...
Mhm.
She sleeps the least as well as everyone else. So she's going... I'm going to prep breakfast for everyone. I've got a feeling they might all need it this morning.
You do so you're hard away in the kitchen. Zormir, as you enter, Alvina's already made it to the kitchen and is preparing breakfast. Alvina, what is breakfast? What is Zormir smelling as they enter the room?
Quite a bit of it would be bacon. There's already a glass of orange juice for Zoba because I imagine he also wakes up fairly early compared to the rest. So
Yeah.
It's mostly gonna be. I'm gonna make pancakes. There's bacon and there's pancakes and things. Sure, let's go with that. Big breakfast because trauma.
A classic Fantasian cooking culinary option.
Yep, pancakes, bacon, and whatever fruit we have in.
The Fae, they love their pancakes and bacon.
Old and busted, heroes feast, new and cool, trauma breakfast.
Yep.
Zormir, you enter the room. What do you do?
Morning.
Morning.
Strange dream last night.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Yeah,
You as well.
Yeah. You know, with
So
the
you
dragon, the
remember
laser
the-
cannon. Yeah, of course I do.
You remember as well? Oh yes. Sassing an elder god.
Yeah, you pissed it off, I think.
I think it was because I was in amongst that weird stuff that was giving me two versions of myself in my head along with a bit of his.
Yeah, I just
It was
didn't.
weird being a bit of that.
I gave
Whatever
up.
the fuck that was.
I gave up trying to understand. I like the power armor though. That was fun.
What is with that? What was?
Oh,
Why
that's the dream the sword gives me every so often. It's weird.
Okay, I need to have some words with you at some point. I mean, I'm probably going to have a few words with a few of them
But
once they wake up if they remember any of
Fir-
that.
First, have words with Lou. Definitely have words with Lou first.
Yes, he disappeared first.
Well, no, they
What
got
happened to
attacked.
him?
They were basically space cops after him.
Oh, yes, I know. They were from the.
Republic? I can't remember
Yes.
which one it is. Is the Republic the squids?
Yes, they're from.
As you guys are all having this conversation, who would like to go to the kitchen next?
Fuck you, Wood. He's up surprisingly early.
Okay, feel free to move your character model to the kitchen.
And sort of tone behind him. Just wanders in, being like, "Why is morning this early?"
This is not early. This is normal.
Salvina being up for like 3 hours already.
No. I mean, the sun's just barely up. It's early.
What
Joe,
bloody sun?
mean-
There is no bloody sun in
don't-
this one.
The mushrooms are glowing slightly
Yeah.
brighter.
The mushrooms are bright.
Okay, you.
As suddenly you all hear a
Maybe
non-existent
it was
voice
sort of-
to all of you, but the viewers hear the narrator comment on, maybe it's to do with the mushroom roots. Maybe they seep up through the mountainside and reach up into the outer air, and when it's daylight, they absorb some of the essence of the Ori Borealis morning light, and it seeps down through the roots and it allows them to glow that little bit better in the cave.
So they're basically fiber optics.
I'm not gonna lie, I am terrified of a mushroom large enough to have the its roots crack entirely through a mountain.
I mean, if it's mushroom internet, mushroom fiber optic connection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
I
think
mean, the mycelium network is ridiculously huge.
I know, but it usually doesn't burrow through rock.
There are
Okay.
myceliums that do that.
They go into rock, not through it.
Okay, I'm having some slight weird lingering elder control thing vibe here. Apparently, there's mushrooms that leak from the surface and brighten up. Did anyone else hear that?
No?
Yeah.
You're going crazy.
No. What?
Okay. Get yourself
No,
have a
no,
link
no,
with
you-
an elder god in a dream.
Drink your juice, and it'll help out.
Wait, Elder God? What?
Oh yeah, you know the dream last night? You came in, we saved Lou from the space cops.
Do you remember anything?
The dragon.
I mean, vaguely. I remember Morph being there.
Morph was there. Morph was great.
Yes. Morph was apparently the pillar that you've met.
Well,
Yeah.
We've all met them now.
Yes.
I mean, I need to teach him how to draw better.
Well, get him some nicer crayons then.
Yeah, we guess.
I mean, I can only meet them in a dream or
Oh.
when I meditate really hard.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
Quick thought.
before you go,
We've got to go and ask someone to make us some dream crayons to give him as a gift.
or we go to one of the book writing stores where we can get some nice pens and things, and or at least let you see what they look like. Then maybe he can
They
get that
got-
knowledge from you. I don't know how it works.
But it needs to be special ones because you can't just take a random piece of paper into the dream. That's weird. That's great.
Well, we'll get him some of the fanciest paper that's on the market. I don't know.
I mean, they don't really use paper.
It is.
Oh,
They've
maybe
got, they've got like this chalkboard thing.
Yeah, to use crayons on.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can give him an upgrade. I don't know. Maybe talk to
Get him a
if I
tablet.
can get.
I mean, how do you upgrade from a chalkboard? What else is there?
Well, if you were to go with the shit, we're in the wrong. We're in the wrong Yes, I forgot we don't have those tablets and things in this dimension.
There was one tablet, wasn't there? There was the one. I think Drax has it actually.
Wait, I remember like a tablet thing that summoned something.
Yeah, I think Drax has that, doesn't it?
If you-
No, in the dream.
yes.
Oh, that I tried to get that out of the guy's hands, but
Yes,
I
I
killed
wanted
him.
to get a hold of that, so maybe I could have controlled things better, but he kept on running away.
Yeah, I tried to get out of his hands, but I accidentally killed him.
Wait, who was running away?
Oh, the
What?
leader of the Dream Cops.
While you have this conversation, who would next like to enter into the kitchen?
Lulu.
Yeah, I see, it's gonna be Lou, isn't
Go
it?
ahead, Lou. Go ahead and enter into move your avatar to the kitchen.
Morning, Lou.
Morning.
Good morning. How
You're welcome.
you feeling?
Not too bad. had a bit of a weird dream last night.
Yeah, we know we were there.
Yes. Apparently
I
everyone had that
don't
same
remember
weird dream.
you. I just remember fuck you and little guy
Morph.
Mar and two lizards trying to attack me and kill me.
Yeah, the dream cops.
Oh, so he doesn't remember beyond his...
That's probably repression. I heard about that once. I don't know what it means, but that's what I heard.
Okay, so when he disappeared, that must have been a very traumatic event. Oh. And he's someone who... Lou? What is
Yes.
your connection to Elder Control? And I don't mean this Elder Present Control.
You've never read his pamphlets, have you?
No. I'm busy most of the time. Considered all the workload you keep on dumping on me, you stupid bloody elf.
There's one less pancake for you this morning.
Oh,
Elder
thank you very much.
Control is my patron, but I am working on getting out of that.
That'll probably be why they're trying to arrest you. And explain something.
Possibly.
Well, the quicker you can bloody well server that, the better chance we're not going to have that happen again every time we go to sleep. I'd rather not have to sass an elder god
Again.
again.
You can be persistent, but I am working on it.
You're getting better.
I'm close to severing the connection,
Well,
but he's stronger here than back home.
well, wherever we can do to figure out how to sever that, the faster we do that, the better.
Lou,
What?
orange juice or mushroom juice?
Don't give him any mushroom juice. Give him. I think he's had enough nightmares.
Ah, orange juice it is.
And as you have this conversation, last but not least of our party members arrive in the kitchen, presumably, unless the point really wants to stay in their room.
Well, I'd say that the point wouldn't immediately come to the kitchen, but you would hear a kind of hammering from their room.
I think Point's awake.
Okay.
Did someone lock the door to his room again?
What do you mean? Hey, what the hell have you guys been up to? Fair point.
No.
I mean, it
It's not a
wasn't
bloody
if
lock
You
on the door.
lock on the door.
I
If it
just
is locked, it wasn't me.
I just assume that like each person has been pranked at some point by someone in the party.
We have our internal locks, not external ones.
We added an
Who's
extra
been
one to the
messing
points.
with them?
I can imagine we added an extra one to the points room. Or the point added one and we found the keys
Yeah.
entirely possibly.
Probably what I'm doing right now. Anyway, eventually I will emerge. Just
I mean,
very
do nails count as locks?
No. They're
Then it
nails.
Then no, I didn't lock the door.
Yeah, we didn't lock the door, we just got into your welding tools again, Zombie!
We kind of need to discuss things with him as well for what we're still doing. We're currently in the middle of a job.
Yeah.
Finding this weird mirror monster that I almost had until it disappeared. After I got discharged.
And as you look down at the charge, you can see there's only a couple hours remaining on it.
There we go.
Howdy, Point.
Morning.
Morning. Did they nail the door shut?
No, no. I mean,
See?
what door? No. No, that door is secure.
Told you I didn't do it.
Are you okay?
He had the same dream as us and he got shot through a door by a dragon.
Oh, no weird dream. Just She didn't sleep very well.
And then she just look at you, eyebrow raised.
So it is. I'd say you probably don't need an insight to know that I'm very clearly lying.
Yeah, we were there.
Okay, point. I will have a session with you later if you want to talk about what happened.
Oh, what do you mean? Nothing happened.
Good trick.
You're speaking to a psychiatrist here. It's okay. I know it was traumatic.
It was a big amethyst dragon.
No.
Hands up here, who was in the dream last? Remember the dream last? Right.
Anime puts her hand up as she's frying, flipping a pancake with the other hand.
Zormir puts his hand up.
Slightly.
Fucky raises up a sausage.
Okay. So you're telling me out of all of us here, you're the only one who doesn't remember that?
And we saw you there for
Yeah,
reference.
weird, right?
We saw you there, by the way.
Point. There's no shame in getting help when there's something that's gone wrong, especially as bad as that.
The point just shrugs and digs into breakfast.
Yeah, big stack of pancakes with a lot of honey on them. I imagine it's the point's breakfast from Alvina.
Yep.
Well, anyway, we have other things to discuss. We still need to capture or kill or whatever we needed to do for this mirror monster thing that apparently speaks in Celestial.
Oh, you speak Celestial, right?
Yes, and so does the point.
Cool. What did it want?
Point? This is the point where you might want to tell them about something. I don't know if you're want to talk about it or not.
Point, yeah. The point sighs and just with one hand, just minor illusions an image of the egg. They want that.
What is it?
What is it?
An egg.
It's a celestial egg.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh,
Can we fry it?
I'm about to
Like
say,
a Fabergé egg?
it's going to hatch an angel?
I don't know what it's going to
I think,
hatch.
Yeah. We didn't have time to check in with the guy who would know what it would hatch into.
Arthur. I'm assuming that that Alvida's knowledge of monsters does not in any way extend to Celestials, because I don't see a reason why she would. So
is there like a giant, angel chicken or something?
Age-old question: would having proficiency religion allow you to know, or would that be blasphemy to know how angels are made? And would you be less likely to know because you have proficiency?
Moral dilemma.
it would just be censored if you knew.
Luckily, you don't have proficiency of religion or history, so it's not a question I need to ask right now.
The two of us do.
And the point, you remember what the name of the specialist is that you needed to go see, right?
Yeah. Dr. Doominspire.
Doominspire.
Dr. Doominspire!
Dun, dun.
Got some Doofenshmirtz?
No,
Well,
it's
It's a
not.
platypus!
It's not Dr. Doofenshmirtz. That's the key.
It's not a platypus, it's a celestial egg.
It's a celestial platypus. We need to get a platypus, by the
How is
way.
a celestial platypus?
We need to get a platypus, by the way, so we get infinite omelets. Just throwing that out there.
And custard.
And
well-
custard.
And for anyone wondering, a platypus counts as a monstrosity.
Yeah, that's you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, so, given how platypuses produce milk, I don't want to milk a platypus.
Sweat it.
Okay.
For anyone who
They
doesn't know
sweat
that.
it.
Yeah.
We
And they're
also-
venomous, so I really wouldn't want to milk
Yeah.
one.
Also kind of short of Gwent. Where are they?
They were in their room, shouting the word door over and over again. So I put some food under their door and walked away.
I did
They're
hear
taking-
sobbing.
They're taking a mental health day.
I put some
It's
carrot.
important for adventurers to take a break and recharge.
I shoved a carrot cake under their door and left.
Okay, so we're going to be going in after this thing with a minus a best healer. We don't have any of supporting allies.
There we got Sod off, look.
Yes, enough would be helpful.
And
And
Sod off
some-
can speak at this point, can't they?
Oh yeah, I can speak to them as well.
No, I mean Sodov has leveled up.
I know I can, but they speak Ignan at least.
They
Especially
speak
if I-
Ignorant and one other language.
Ooh.
Yeah, what one language of its creature's choice? It's supposed to be creator's choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's
what language would you like sort of to speak?
Please be Goblin.
Celestial.
Please be
I
Goblin.
mean,
I recommend common, but it's your choice.
I mean, I am so tempted to just say Goblin.
Yeah.
but for ease of everything, common.
Goblin. Okay.
All right, now as this is your companion effectively, and you're familiar, and because the DM doesn't want the burden of having to remember what the fuck this thing's voice sounds like, Ben, you're in charge of Sawdust roleplay. Congratulations!
Hey.
Oh, fun. I need to think of a voice to start off.
Have fun. Yeah.
Be really squeaky.
Personality-wise, we're going with Teenage Groot.
Oh hell yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Also,
leave
he's
that-
a medium creature. Is he bigger than you?
He's a lot
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
than you.
he's got at least 2 feet on me.
He's like 5 foot something.
You're just
Yeah.
seeing this like teenage-sized fire, like humanoid fire elemental who's slightly taller than Fukyu now, just like ignoring all of you in a huffy pose.
I hand him. I put them a metal plate with. I wouldn't know what an elemental would eat.
Something flammable.
Yeah, how about it with coal on us?
They grow up so fast.
Actually, no. It's just whatever. It's whatever Alvina wasn't really paying attention to. It is burnt from
Oh.
breakfast.
Did he get bigger?
I mean, he was tiny before. Look.
Yeah, I mean, he did eat like
wow.
a bunch of ignorant fire or
Okay.
primordial fire.
Alright.
That would
Yeah,
do it.
and it tasted like crap.
What the fuck?
What?
It just spoke in common.
Congrats, enough.
Yeah, and so everyone speaks common.
You'd be
You
surprised.
didn't.
You'd be surprised.
Didn't used to.
Well, yeah, I grew up.
Okay. Welcome to the team.
For those watching and wondering, the trick to being a good DM is to delegate all of the DM's responsibilities to the player.
Yep.
Welcome to the conversation, to the team, to...
I
I
mean,
mean,
I've
I've always been part of the conversation. You just never listen to me.
I did.
I don't speak it, and I'm sorry.
It's fine. They
That's my
just
new favorite character.
Yeah.
It
There's
sounds like-
gonna be a lot of people. It sounds like Dudley
you telling-
Dursley for some reason to me.
Are you channeling your Kevin energy?
I am. I am very much channeling Kevin.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I don't know why you managed to nail a Dudley Dursley accent somehow, which I'm quite impressed by.
Well, we were discussing fighting another monster. Are you okay with fighting it? I mean, I don't.
What would they care?
I mean, if I have to. I mean, I'd rather just like sit here and eat.
Okay. At the end of the day, it's up to you and fuck. I don't know what to do here. I'm not a parent. You do it and fuck you.
I mean,
Congratulations.
I've never had a kid before.
Well, it's your responsibility.
Why is it my responsibility?
You brung him on the ship. I told Alvina her responsibility is fireproofing for the dragons. So, you're responsible for looking after Sod off.
I mean, fuck you was all for looking after Sodov until he was told to.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you shouldn't have mentioned that part.
God, you think psychiatrists would know reverse
Actually-
psychology?
Actually, I scratched that. Sod off. You look after him.
That's not a bad joke.
Boy, it's so unfair.
Yes. That's life.
Because I think you're probably more responsible than him.
Okay. Was there
That's
anything
what you
anyone
do.
else wanted to do before we advance the scene?
No, honestly,
Yes.
I'm happy to keep shit talking, but yeah, I'm
It's
fine.
which
a
is
lovely
more
morning,
responsible.
and you get some food in you, and you all shitpost each other, and you come to the new reality of this teenage stroppy companion you now have. The party prepares to get ready for the day, a constant ticking clock in Zormir's head as the device powered by mirror dimension energy begins slowly dissipating in its energy field. You have but mere hours to locate and find the Einsmerst and put whatever plan you've devised into action.
We
What would
don't
the party
have
like to do?
It likes mirrors, right?
Yes, we
Point.
need to find so
no mirrors.
location mirrors.
I threw them all out the window.
Ah, shit. Wait,
Well-
where did you throw him?
I don't think we're going back in. We're not going back into that.
No, we're not. We're not getting arrested again.
No. We need to locate a source of mirrors.
Is there a glassmaker's shop in town?
In the docks?
Oh, could see-
Or we could see if there's like a salon or hairdressers or something.
Also, not a bad shout.
Yes.
They usually
You
have
know, you
mirrors.
did. You have a list of addresses that the Einsmerst had previously been spotted at.
Mhm.
If you want to check any of those out.
Let's
Yes,
go
the
with
splitting party.
no splitting part.
Are any of them on the list either, like,
Yeah, but-
somewhere that we'd immediately think there's a lot of mirrors here?
Which is the closest?
So, like, a glass
like-
Or seems
blowers,
likely
a
that
salon,
would have
or...
mirrors.
Yeah. Like, glass blowers, a salon, maybe a school, maybe a public bathhouse, I don't know.
Where's school?
Lots of bathrooms which have lots of mirrors in them.
Okay, fair. Makes sense.
I mean, we could always see if like the guardhouse has more of those like mirror trap things.
I think this
Let's
is unique.
go
I'm
back
not dealing with them again.
Yeah, I'm going to dinner at some point, though. We can ask when this job is done.
In the guard tower?
Yeah,
We
Captain,
can
invite
ask
me
my
to dinner.
contacts if they know any hairdressers. Yeah,
Of course you have contact for hairdressers.
of course.
This is-
I am bald as well.
The circle part.
There you go. You have been given. Let's give that. You've been given 5 addresses.
Mhm.
One for the tailors that you already know the address of. One for a greenhouse, which is what the far right one is,
Ooh, not
or
bad
the
shout.
little thing down here. Cool. One for the herbalists. One for the currency exchange house. And one for what is what was that one? What is that? What's in my notes? Is that why I made the exchange? We're gonna move that one. Because I want it to be a random one, and I've already known that that's gonna be something else. What? Here you go. And one for a small shop pertaining to jewelry. What would you call that?
A jeweler?
Miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Not jewelers, but it's like because it's a little bit more
pawn-
expensive.
a
There's no
pawn shop?
dedicated shop. One for jewelries, knick-knacks,
Antique.
Haberdashery.
general sentimental items.
A pawn
And
shop.
then
A pawn shop's pretty much the closest, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a pawn shop because it doesn't take anything in.
Oh.
And
So-
It's
Oh!
effectively a souvenir shop.
A
we'll
wise
go
buy. A wise buy is what I call it.
Tat shop.
with. Because the souvenir, the pawn shop is effectively the place that Zormir keeps going to.
the goods
It's the
exchange.
Ah.
Junktorium. A small souvenirs knick-knack shop is the title I'll give it because I didn't actually think about what. the hell
Tourist
that
trap.
would be.
Tourist trap.
A tourist trap shop. There we go. Yeah, and that's the
What I
one
refer
over in
to
one of
as
the
a
brown
tat
buildings.
shop.
I imagine Zomir is possibly going just Xing off the herbalist already.
Fuck you, raises his hand. I vote for the currency place.
Yeah. I actually think
No.
I actually
The
think the
tailor
green,
seems the most likely place.
I think the greenhouse.
Well,
No.
okay. I'm going to say this. We want to go to the place where we're going to cause the least amount the least amount of damage. Sorry, it went a bit weird. My voice there.
Okay, there's all me. Did I give you too much chili sauce in your pancakes this morning?
That was a bit spicy.
Yeah, but if we go to the currency place, I can get the money.
Yes, and we're also trying to cause the least amount of trouble here.
Personally, I think the greenhouse, because lots of windows, lots of reflections, it's going to show up there.
Hmm.
Well,
Yes, but we
wouldn't it be better to go somewhere with less reflection so we know where it's going to show up?
Well, I mean, the whole building, if we hit the whole building, then it's when we can't miss.
Which is the closest?
To the docks, either the greenhouse or the tailors, since both
About
kind of equal
equidistant.
distance.
They're
Yeah.
about the same distance.
Maybe the tailor's like a tiny bit, and also it is closer to the rest of them. Because it's all the same rough plateaus.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go into the tailors and trash all the suits and that, we're going to be out of pocket really bad.
I think the tailor might leave if they see me walk back in. They seemed very unhappy
Mm-hmm.
yesterday.
So
And all the plants we could destroy?
That's for the tailors, not the greenhouse.
the greenhouse is
Yeah, but Zormir was saying that
greenhouse
damage
seems a little bit safer.
I think the greenhouse is a good bet.
We
There's
can
al-
start there and then see from there.
Also, because if we break too much in the greenhouse, we can always get sand and make more glass.
And the plants,
I like plants.
we can take out of the greenhouse somewhat, especially if we can consult with them first and say, the rarest of plants, if they can be moved, please move them. Whereas a bunch of suits and everything might be a bit harder to.
I think
It's probably harder to move the plants than the.
I was about to say, I think it's hard to move the plants, but it's hard to keep the suits clean.
I mean, we can say that I've got a very nice bag of holding that they can keep them in.
Wouldn't
your
that kill
spare
them?
bag of holding.
Okay,
No, we lost a spare
We'll
bag
stop-
of holding.
let's start at the greenhouse at least. It's the closest,
Yay.
and
Yeah.
I don't want to run out of this thing to run out of charge before we, because taking all those blows again is not going to be fun.
You just stop hitting it.
It hit me with my own attack.
And
It hurts.
there's no reason to punch your
You kill?
machinery. There's no reason to punch your machinery just because something else hit you, okay?
Mhm. And also, how are we doing this? Are we only sending in the relative people that will be able to defend against this?
Here's my thought.
Oh,
I
'cause I know
stand
that you-
outside until it's in the room.
yes, I agree with that. because you and your bloody, well, mishmash of weapons is
I just like
getting a-
tap my giant maul and giant sword. These are gonna cause a lot of damage to everything if they get used on us.
I think
Rather
Point
dangerous.
should be in there as he's the only one that can understand.
No, Zormir can, but I think the Zormir and the point should be in there anyway.
I'm the one who has what it wants, so
Yeah, you're bait.
we're going to lure it out.
You're bait, and Zormir's got the gizmo.
So you need to attract it with an illusion of it, because we're not taking that bloody egg in there.
I am.
Not letting it.
I imagine we want to keep fuck you out of it.
Yes. His spells.
Why?
Because you've
Your
got lots of
spell.
very nasty spells that can probably fuck us over.
Your spells were
maybe.
stopping me from actually dragging you out last time.
Yeah.
Use them on it when it's out.
Yeah, pretty much. When it's out, we go in and murder it. But
All right.
we stand outside until then. We probably need at least one more person to be going in. So, Lou, you up for it?
I can stand in the doorway, yes.
Cool.
I mean, they cast more spells than me.
I know, but Lou's spells are less likely to cause us too much problem. He's just going to shoot us, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Hmm. What's your most dangerous spell, Lou?
Plane shift.
No, tell me what is your most destructive spell. We'll say whether you should be standing in the doorway or not.
I actually don't know what his spells are because he's a sorcerer. He could have fucking anything. You're fireball, Lou. Serious question.
No,
Do you have
I
fireball?
don't. I deliberately never took that.
Okay. I know you can take fireball now. Actually, it's actually not as bad for me.
Yeah.
It's
there
only
any-
bad for Zormir, so there's no
Probably
downside.
My chromatic orb.
Really? Okay.
That
That's fairly manageable.
normal. You've not got any high level spells that
You don't happen to have, say, a banishment
Shift
or
grab.
anything there? Or a gravity changing spell? Not a bad shout, so.
No,
Yes.
No
Okay.
cone of cold?
no.
Let's get over there and run away if it starts turning into us. I think.
I will assume that we were walking as we were going.
Yes.
Discussing.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
presume that.
Okay. Well, me and you, Point, will go talk to the greenhouse owner and see if we can see if they've had any sightings, anything within the past while, and also
Oh shit, the ship's coming with you.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Quick, fly the ship over there.
try and get some of the most expensive things out of there if they can.
I think it'd be better if we try and find an area in there which is
Mhm.
reflective but away from the
Yeah.
useful plants.
How big a greenhouse we talking? We talking like greenhouse in someone's garden or Kew Gardens?
Kew
know.
Gardens.
Kew Gardens? Go.
Okay.
I haven't seen them yet, so well,
As you guys are walking along the platform that overlooks the entire settlement, Lou Grim, you notice a slight hazing in the distance, almost a weird fluctuation in the corporeal nature of reality around you. As for a second, you could swear that you're seeing Fukyu running along the platform, slowly getting older.
It's. I'm not gonna lie. When you said there's some hazing, my brain immediately went to frat boys, just beating up a
Reality
nerd.
No, we left Joey on the
returns to
ship.
normal. And it's almost like you got some glimpse of an alternative reality in which Fukyu was aging while running on the platform and not while locked in a room. And then reality returns to normal. What an odd phenomenon that happened. Anyway, moving
I
on.
would look ground at fuck you to see if he's
Aged.
close by and see if he's like how he should be or if he's like how I
I
just
know,
saw him.
He's still how you just saw him. He does look younger than he previously did, though.
That's what I was trying to discern, you know, if
Yeah.
he still looked the same
He looked
You're
the same
still
amount of use.
beside
9 years
me or
younger.
if it was clearly different.
As you make your way into the East Second Plateau, you notice that the crowds have started thinning out here. Most of the foot traffic from the docks generally heads north when going over the high-rise platform. And as you get to this section, the noise begins to dwell just a little bit, and you can see a increase in children and teenagers running around or hanging about the park, as well as elderly couples going for strolls. And a few other people kind of just lingering around and reading books or relaxing. As you turn south, you see what appears to be a large metal constructed building with glass fitted panes in a kind of curving inward structure. Not quite a dome, it's still got a square shape to it, but it's ever so slightly curving in almost a rounded bus like shape. As you approach the large door built into the stone entrance, you can see several tables and chairs in a little like roped off area of people dining and having salads and enjoying themselves talking. Whoever has a insight above +5, give me an insight check. Or whoever has proficiency in insight, give me an insight check.
Insight.
No.
Not of insight, no.
I mean, I've got +4, so it's not bad.
Zome's noticed everything.
God damn.
Alvina's just going, I meant to come here a lot, but I never actually got around to it the past few days. I'm glad we're getting go.
Zormir, as you're taking note of your surroundings, you notice a distinct discrepancy in the aesthetics of those dining or running around or even just taking their time in the second platform. There's a slightly more well-keptness to them. Not in the way they act or appear, but in their clothing, in the items they have about their person, in the number of accessories they have. It might not be noticeable to the average person, especially, or at least not the average person who comes from the main world. The degree of difference isn't as high as would be obviously noticeable. They all look relatively lean, and there's always that slight hint of starvation about them.
They're slightly gaunt.
Slightly gaunt. There's still this hardness in their image, but there is a consistent difference. These people seem to be slightly better well off, a little bit more provisioned, a little bit slightly plumper, not as much gauntness as those coming straight from the docks or those you've seen working around either the lower residential area or the workshops and merchant shops to the north. It's harder to notice when the difference is so light or so slight, but there definitely seems to be some sort of class difference going on here.
Hmm.
You know, it's not as noticeable as they're not wearing dozens of jewels or being carried around, but the subtle things, the subtle differences give it away.
This is a slightly better class, people. Apparently,
Isn't it just one person?
it's sort of
Yeah, but they're
Leaning
better
towards-
class than
Is
everybody
it,
else.
Zome, you're staring.
at the point.
Okay.
Hello?
The point just straightens out their jacket. Goes, my kind of people, then.
Point, you're up.
Fuck you, he's just picking his nose.
Alvina,
No, this is
Alvina.
just this is the general crowd around the second platform. The people
Oh.
sitting down reading books, the children running around, the customers outside of the greenhouse dining on their salads. They're all just slightly
Oh, the
more
hipsters.
well kept, a little bit plumper than
Yeah, fair
the
enough.
other areas.
Yeah, I thought for some reason it was like one individual
like-
is like better dressed than the others. I was like, I guess they're important.
It's the general crowd in this
Okay.
area.
Yes, so it's like rich people inside the
Richer.
courtyard area, richer, poorer outside.
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
how
of
we-
course.
the main point is that it's actually quite a very slight difference. There isn't like this disparity of wealth that you might know from back home, where barons are walking around just decked out in jewels and with personal servants. But even here, there is still a slight difference.
Yeah, Alvin is striding around essentially in her underwear, so
The class
Makes
system
no
survived the apocalypse.
makes no difference to
Yes.
her.
Um,
I mean, Alvina was hanging around this area, so she's probably seen vague stuff and just not noticed.
Yeah, it's one of those things where because the difference is so slight, unless you roll 26 on that 20,
Yeah.
you probably just wouldn't pay much attention to it.
Yeah.
Fuck you goes up to the one of the windows, like where people are sat eating, and basically just goes up and just like face up into the window, starts licking it, and like just to freak him out as much as possible.
I know exactly what you were going to do when you said, fuck you, walks up to the
Yeah.
window. I knew where the rest of this was going. I was like, he's going to lick the window, isn't he?
We left Sod off back at the ship, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we can't tell Sod off to go and deal with
'Cause
you.
I think we're not allowed to bring Sonoff into the city yet, are we?
Sodok
No.
still can use his key to be a safe harbor.
Ah, fair
He
point.
still
Yeah.
effectively has a Pokeball.
Either they're in the key or they're not immediately here, basically.
Flip a
Okay.
coin.
Inside
if
the
he's-
key is where his room is.
Flip
Yeah.
a key. See if he's in his key or if he's on the ship. We'll roll fail now.
It's just more whether or not Pokey wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have them as a combat option
I mean,
when,
he'd probably
if you
be
get
in
into
the
trouble.
key. He'd probably would have been like, I want to go to my room. Give me the key.
All right.
Shall we go talk with? What's he doing?
Yes, that's.
This fuck you's being fuck you.
If
Uh,
they don't need to know that we're with him.
let's just
Yes,
find
come
the
on, let's
person in
go.
charge. I would actually say hi to them as well because I meant to come here already.
As you
Dude
enter
said-
into the greenhouse, which I'm assuming is what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we're not getting like barred at the door, at least.
No, a couple people stop to give you quizzical looks, but then return to their salad. While the class system may have survived, it's at least not as powerful.
They're not going to pick a fight, pick arguments with about 5 heavily armed adventurers walking into a building.
No, you imagine the class system is more about just being able to afford an extra
Salad.
luxury a month.
You can afford a salad.
I can afford that donut kebab, dude.
Anyone can afford a doner kebab. It's not meat.
As you
With the
enter
extra.
into the greenhouse, you can see it's what you'd imagine a greenhouse to look like. It's well kept. There are rows upon rows of potted plants of a variety of nature. This appears to be the only place where you can see plants of a variety of different colors, hues of greens and blues, a couple oranges, spots of purple here and there.
I like this place.
There's a scented smell of a dozen different floral scents competing in the air. And there's generally some, what appears to be some large glowing white orbs stationed throughout to provide a more natural light for these plants not quite accustomed to the underground glow of the luminous moss.
Something actually producing like light for them to eat.
UV.
UV
Because
light.
luckily, the light cantrip gives off light.
Mhm.
Who knew?
Mm.
And any other light spell. Daylight would be so valuable to these
I was saying, if
people.
they just get one
Yeah.
person who can cast daylight, they're sorted.
Sorted. There's a large open central area with several kind of avenues thinging off, much like a large opening in a supermarket almost, with little avenues of potted plants and racks of rows kind of spreading out into the bulging bus-like structure.
I'm getting very big, like Palm House at Kew Gardens vibe, so I like this.
You can see there appears to be a collection of small collections and gaggles of children kind of checking out the plants with their parents or guardians. A couple of people clearly having some form of romantic date as they smell the flowers and go about their strolls hand in hand. As you enter a large
Didn't start getting chased by a goblin.
Yeah.
what a
Don't look. He's not with us.
I'm not.
you manage to stumble upon a couple where you go to intimidate them and let's see. How's the encounter go for you?
He's gonna stab him. The dude-
14.
The guy immediately squeals and jumps back
Yeah!
as suddenly you get a handbag to the face.
I like it. I like this one. There's an approving grin from Alvina to that girl.
For the rest of
'cause it's
you,
girl power.
let's see. I've written here talks loudly. That doesn't tell me how the voice sounds. Hello! You must be the new adventurers I've heard so much about.
Howdy.
As
Oh,
a
God, they
rather
heard about us.
tall, lean figure, what appears to be an older, probably in his 50s, human male with long curled blonde hair and golden eyes and rugged black skin, makes his way towards you. One of his wearing a white shirt, only half buttoned up, and you can see a thick locket of blonde hair between the shirt. One of his arm sleeves rolled up, and the other buttoned off where he's missing his right hand or right arm from the shoulder down.
Is his name
That's a one-armed
Fabio?
Fabio.
Is his name Fabio?
Both with the same wavelength.
Yeah, exactly. It's like gold hair, gold eyes, slightly. I literally said you said white shirt. I just before you said it went. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not buttoned up.
It's buttoned up.
That's what I was meaning. Like you know exactly the guy. Everybody knows this guy.
Everyone knows Fabio.
Yep.
Well, apparently the generator says his name is Gavin Hillis.
Oh no, it's Fabio now.
It's Gavin Fabio Hillis.
Yeah.
Gavin,
Even if-
you know what?
It is
Hillis is a
pronounced
silly name
Fabio.
anyway. No, Gavin Fabio.
Gavin Fabio. That's a good one.
This is
Fabio.
I can't retcon NPC names.
Professional football player is what it sounds like, honestly, as well.
Hello, welcome
Striker.
to my gardens.
Nice to
What
meet.
brings you to my little heaven in the caves?
Hello there, sir. I understand you've had a problem with sightings.
Ah, you mean that heinous twisting face? Yes, several of the children have gone running screaming of it. Really
Yeah.
putting a hampering in my peaceful paradise.
No, that's fuck you. He's with us.
No, it's the thing as well. The thing as well.
Oh, okay, the other thing.
As you all look, Fukyu now has several children following and mimicking him.
Like some sort of weird deformed duck. Okay.
Yeah.
He has become the Pied Piper of goblin children.
I'm kind of glad I missed.
Anyway, yes.
Your friend is quite quaint.
Yeah.
The children seem to love him.
Yeah. Honestly, that happens a lot. I think the same height. Like they're not intimidated.
there is a visible loss of tension that people seem to like. Fuck you.
You can see every parent everywhere in this room giving Fukyu a disdaining look.
Yeah, don't care about them. Anyway, yes, about those sightings. Could you direct us to where they were happening?
Well, the most common place they were happening.
Yes.
Oh, most commonplace. Well, look around you. As he kind of just gestures to all of the glass that is reflecting down at you. You never noticed it from the outside, but the glass appears to be one-way and tempered,
Oh.
such that it's actually almost a mirroring effect inside. You can see hints, slight transparency to the outside world, but with the white light inside, it is actually causing a rather 90% mirroring effect back into it, to the fact that you're nearly in a fully mirrored enclosure.
We went to the right place, Alvina.
Okay, then you better get outside then.
Basically, it's some sort of weird, horrible ghost monster that can cause a lot of damage.
Ah, yes, well, that is why you're here, no, it is not.
Yep.
Is it not?
Yes.
Is it not?
Yep.
What?
Yes.
Very
Of
much.
course.
Indeed
Also,
it is.
it's a really nice place you've got here, by the way.
Yes,
Thank you. It cost me a pretty penny to get it around. You know, finding exotic plants and keeping them alive on endeavors and ship trips to get them back to my sweet little paradise is no easy expense.
I'm definitely coming
Uh-huh.
back here.
So
when we're not on the job, I'm definitely coming back here again.
if this thing was coming here, are there any areas you'd want us to keep it away from?
All of
Yeah.
it.
Other than everywhere.
Actually, where's
Other
his
than
where's
everywhere,
his
yeah.
where's his pride and joy plant that we have to make sure doesn't die? Everyone's got one.
Proficiency and insight. Roll me a check.
Got half proficiency.
I have a positive modifier in insight.
For anyone who wants to know where his most precious is, give me an insight check.
Yes, I do. I do because Alvina wants to see what the shiny plant is, to be honest. Boom! Alvina's seen that plant before. He's going, it has to be that one.
Zormir and Alvina, keep an eye on where his eyes glance. After all, you've played this game before. The point keeps an eye on his chest. Look at those locks. Fantastic. Lou,
He's only
Lou, how would you like to be
semi-interested.
distracted? 'Cause apparently you're not paying attention.
Lou's being attacked by a child.
A small chap has come up to you and is tugging on your
Yeah.
sleeve and pointing to your horns.
On order from fuck you.
The goblin says you're a goat. Is that true?
Yes,
It's
the greatest of all time.
with a small bit of boogers hanging from his nose and sucking on his thumb. The child looks up at you. Mister, what
Yes.
have you got horns? Are you a goat? Are you a goat, man?
No, I'm not. I'm a tiefling.
What's a tiefling?
From the background, a goat man.
It's a goat man.
No, I'm not a goat man.
He's lying.
Luke Grimm, give me a charisma save.
Christmas save
Oh no.
against child. Please not won this. Yes! I called it!
The child kicks you in the shin and runs away.
Yeah.
Goat man, goat man.
That child is about to be eldritch blasted.
Resist.
Resist the urge.
Zormir and Alvina,
Mm.
while Lou in the background is murdering children. You notice that Gavin Fabio's eyes don't look around him, but glance down at the center of the large opening in which there is an engraved stonework of this very beautiful set of iconography of a set of rails intertwined and growing with vines.
It has words on it. Can I understand the words? Because if I can see them, I can read them. If I
Oh no, that's just it's an image of a large set of rails intertwining with vines and kind of overgrowing
Okay.
as the kind of symbol of the shop. And kind of just like painted. How the hell do you do like ground or I guess like made with different colored
mosaic. I was
tiles,
thinking mosaic.
mosaiced into the ground.
Okay.
But Wolfie and Zormir, give me a perception check as you notice where he's looking.
Nope. Alvina is distracted by a very pretty flower. Just goes,
It
"Must
looks
be
to
that."
be a very regular mosaic ground. Maybe he's just really worried about the artwork.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Alvina sees a like dandelion. It's like, I guess he likes dandelions.
So stay away from the middle then.
Oh, well, my entire greenhouse is my darling. I could never choose one plant over the other. Would you choose a special child? Or would you have a favorite child?
I don't have children.
I'm spoiled for choice.
I'm too busy with my own work.
Then you must understand.
Mhm.
How can a father choose one child over the other? All of my plants are my beloved.
Yeah, I get you. All my monsters are adorable. I could never pick one. As I'm petting the
that's
firefox
probably what-
around my
Do
neck.
you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Silly question. Understood.
so essentially you're like Alvina and hoard everything and
Nothing
care
wrong with
about
that.
With
everything.
plants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm just petting the fox. The firefox is definitely like curled around my neck.
I'm trying to figure if this is the worst place to do it or the best place. Certainly for the mirroring, but
Best.
May Gavin Fabio. Oh, you're not Gavin. Oh, we haven't done introductions.
Oh, sure.
I am Gavin Fabio, herbalist extraordinaire.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alvina Eleanor.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
so
And your friends.
Proper handshake. That's Dr. Zormir.
An incredibly deep bow. You may call me the Point, and it is an honor to meet you.
I literally do present hands to the point and let them do their own intro because it's just got. I imagine that's the way that they do the intros for the point.
The one and only. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The one trying to kill that child over there is Lou.
I did not try to kill the child. I was just
You
speaking to
succeeded.
it.
Got it. And the one who is now the leader of the children is fuck you.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you.
Yeah.
Something. What was I going to offer again? Sorry, Fabio's memory is. It's a Friday, you understand.
Yeah.
I have been rushed off my feet with clientele. But Please, if you're here to solve my mirror demon problem, well, surely you cannot do so on an empty stomach. Allow Fabio to dine you with the most exquisite salad you have ever had. Free of charge, of course. Normally my fees are quite large, given the cost it is to grow the
Certainly.
required vegetables. But for you, I offer it, with only my humblest plea that you prevent this demon from returning to plague me.
Certainly. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
We'll take you up on that offer.
Much
Do you mind
appreciated.
if we deal with the demon before we have the salad?
Alvina just looks haunted at the point for a second.
Eat first.
With Alvina, do you want the salad to be interrupted by just points at all the reflective surfaces?
Alvina gives you puppy dog eyes, which is terrifying considering they're glowingly fiery.
my dear Gavio.
Gavio!
Gavio.
I imagine
Might we take the
Gavio.
salad outside? Obviously, this demon might,
Oh no, absolutely. Did you not see my little set up tables and chairs I've set up outside for the dining experience? For those who wish to dine in the more subdued light of the cavern.
I've absent-mindedly taking out the devices everyone's doing their intros and just sort of looking at it, seeing if there's any kind of reaction. Because I'm also keeping an eye on the power.
Yeah.
What would this be to notice slight fluctuations? An intelligence check? Yeah, because you got to read the schematics. Give me a flat intelligence check. Because you haven't built this device, you're not a complete proficiency with it. But
Pretty
see if your
good.
natural intelligence to understand the readings of this device are helpful.
It's pretty good.
That is very good. Okay. So as you're kind of just taking a wander through the outer region and kind of crisscrossing through the valleys of potted plants on racks, you start to get there's definitely a lingering. It's maybe a couple days old at this point, but there's definitely a lingering trace of the mirror essence. And as you kind of follow the beeps and the slight fluctuations in the readout, you begin to get warmer towards an area that seems to have a more concentrated essence of the mirror essence. Not so much it doesn't seem to be any more fresh or recent. It just seems that the creature may have dwelled in this area for slightly longer as part of their whatever investigation or searching they were doing. And as you come up to the area, you notice a large plant with what appears to be large, almost golden yellow leaves drooping over and hanging almost like a fern plant. Little traces of what appears to be almost glistening gold running through the veins of this plant. There are small kind of stockings coming out with little white pom-pom balls attached to the end of them.
Ooh.
This might be why it lingered here.
Do you have proficiency in nature?
This sort of thinking of the celestial sort of nature with the sort of gaudy, bright colors, golden sort of colors and that. With the one, he's comparing it to the celestial sort of stuff that he's seen in his own world. Essentially, this is sort of basis on him. Or it might be completely entirely wrong, but maybe. I don't know. I'm not a.
You're not a horticulturalist.
I'm not a. Well, I'm not a complete. I know celestial. I don't understand the whole thing or plants either. To be honest.
For reference, Alvina knows animals and plants. Doesn't have proficiency in nature though. She's real bad at it.
No, I've no proficiency in nature or any of the history or anything. So it's kind of this. Maybe not. I don't know. Where's everyone?
We're like 20 yards away talking to Fabio.
Yep.
I'm
Trying to eat our salads.
So I'm discussing, Fabio, what goes into the salad.
Alvina is listening intently
Um,
and asking questions occasionally as well.
Oh, there
So,
you go. It's
what
like
is
a
it-
bluebell. It's like a bluebell, but with yellow golden leaves and
Ooh.
white pom-pom centers.
I like
Sure, I
bluebells.
think what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I like bluebells. So.
point.
Yes?
Come here.
Excuse me one moment, please, Fabio.
Yeah.
And I...
Alvina continues asking questions and things about the salads. It's fine.
Yes?
Is anything of this plant other than the color scheme?
Turns
Just-
out the ghost isn't very smart. Thought this plant was an egg.
Celestial in nature?
Would
You?
I be able to detect that?
Do you have proficiency in nature?
Nope.
Do you have the ability to detect celestial stuff? Not like you're a paladin or anything.
Just realised Alvina, I think, could actually check what it is.
Yeah, aren't you the nature barbarian?
I have commune with nature.
You just ask the plant.
I can't ask the plant. I can talk to. I can do all the stuff with animals. I can't ask
I've
the
got
plant.
protection from good or evil. So if it
It,
tries
it would,
to...
it would be a high DC.
If the
given-
plant tries to kill you,
Given the the point's backstory, I'll allow you to do a flat nature check, but it will have a high DC.
Okay, let's see. That's
And how many plants
not
has
high
the
enough,
point
but-
smoked?
21's pretty good though.
surprisingly none. The point doesn't do drugs.
Fair. Good.
I'm gonna bump that.
Are you flashing it?
Yep. I'm gonna give you
So
another
that's a
3.
24.
We need to get you higher intelligence stats, Omar.
So useful, so useful. The point, as you concentrate, as you focus on the flow of the world around you, and you zone in on this plant, you block out the rest of the world, and you stare intently at this plant. And as it shifts and moves, and as the voices of Alvina in the distance drown out, you could swear you can hear a slight singing sensation. Very subtle, almost like a melodic whistling coming from the plant on an octave just too high for the common ear to hear. But as you feel the world and the flow and the vibrations around you, it becomes louder and louder as this plant is singing.
Just
Point?
it's. This belongs to her.
Is it the same
This is
beat?
her plant.
Whose plant?
It's Alvina's plant.
Melody's plant. It's hers. I can feel it. We
What do you mean you can feel it?
Oh. Might have just.
This
clicked
is
on.
this better not be another one of these things that you gotta unleash something again.
no
It
like.
took a... We rolled the last one in.
Like, how do
sake.
you know when the witness is there?
The world stops and everything freezes and it becomes like looking at the world from a different
Perspective.
Exactly.
perspective. Like I'm investigating a crime scene from above rather than
Bit more extreme than a whistling.
Imagine that, but it's like music. Like there's a symphony that.
so your bardic ear is picking up something.
Something like that. There's something that you can hear
So
when it hers. I don't know why, but
And you got a 24, right?
Mhm.
As you listen longer to the song, you begin to realize that it's telling a story. The story of its creation. And in your head, as you become one with the song, you begin to see almost images appearing in your eye, or in your mind's eye.
I like to think the point's just now absentmindedly starting to play.
Maybe they did last time, didn't they?
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I'd probably. I didn't say it, but I probably would have taken the core out of Merida, given what happened last time. So what happened in the dream. So I'm
Mm.
probably just. I've got the core out, and I'm just playing it like a harmonica.
Yeah. Give me a performance check. With advantage, because this is related to
Okay.
your specialization.
Wow, surprisingly low for you.
Yeah, not
Hmm.
much better.
10. It's average.
As you become one with the performance, you begin to feel the essence behind it, the story behind it. After all, every good piece of music ultimately tells a story of emotion, of rises and falls. And as you tap into this story, you feel a very familiar, a very favorable essence to the story. For this story tells the tale of creation, of its creation. Images flash in your head of a strange, almost treant-like entity flowing with plants in its trails. Each step it takes, flowers bloom. As now, if I remember correctly, the point doesn't have proficiency in religion, right?
No, they don't.
We need to.
You do not recognize who this figure is. After all, you kept skipping Sunday school and don't recognize them. But you get the essence of nature from them. The essence of life, of plants, of flowers, of every green thing that ever dawned Alterra. And this creature, for you're not quite sure if it's man or woman, it seems to almost resemble a treant in its way, begins wading through a meadow of large stalks of leaves, of blades of glass, flowing in the wind on a grassy hillside. And in the air you see, or in the air you hear the ringing of music. As we're gonna say treant for now, as the treant makes their way up the hill, and as they peek over the crest of that hill, they see dancing and playing and frolicking in the meadows is an image you know very well, burned into the back of your mind. A figure playing with the wind, dancing with the grass, and singing the most beautiful melody. And you watch as the treant lingers, listens, and you can feel the essence of peace and tranquility, of happiness. The sky above you is dotted with 1,000 golden orbs, and the wind smells of lime. And when the melodious figure stops and takes notes of the treant, there's a smile that could light up the world as she dances through the grass that you feel connected to, or at least this flower singing the song feels connected to, in a way that can only be described as siblingly. As this frolicky maiden makes their way to the treant, they dance and sing and tell a song around them. And the treant, so inspired by this melodious tone, reaches out their palm and taking in the light of the golden sky, the smell of lime, the white of the melodious figure's dress, and the softness and the ease with which they move with the wind, they grow for the very first time into existence. The plant known as the singing light bell. A symbol of life, of love, of music, of dance. And they gift it to the melodious figure. And that is how the singing light bell came into creation. And that is what the song repeats as you continue listening to it.
It was a gift.
Gift? By who? By
There's just a shrug. So this was gifted.
Oh, by what? This is more the question then.
Like a tree person, like that thing that Alvina carries around.
So something like Emmy.
More
barky.
Yeah, more like a treant.
Yeah, but Alvina go,
In
a
fact,
treant?
literally a treant.
Alvina go, a treant?
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of those.
Okay.
But with that, as the party discusses whatever this new revelation may or may not hold to the story, who knows? We're going to take a quick break there because I've ran out of water.
Go.
Okay.
It feels like a good place to pause.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Point, you think that's a decent analogy for why you didn't go to Sunday school?
Sunday school.
50% off.
50% off on the barbers every Sunday. I think that Point would go for that every time over Sunday school.
Yeah, so I guess when they were at Sunday school age, they did have hair. So
yeah, he was like, "Oh, you could go and get styled cheaper." Yes.
Sunday school or
Sunday
barber?
school's probably before they became that
What
that bardic. It was probably Sunday school or extra shift at the workshop.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Probably.
For some reason, I thought that the Point would have gone like bard first. I don't know why.
No, they were definitely artificer first and then bard.
Good to know.
Or some singing group cropped up, and that's what you were distracted by on Sundays.
Yeah, my brain essentially went straight to like, you started off as a bard and went, wait a minute, there's this new medium I can break into. It's rock music, and you need artificery for that, so you learned. That's how my mind had it. Right?
It was definitely bard first. Sorry, artificer first, and then discovered music.
That's fair.
Artificers invited you to a night thing at the pub when they're playing music.
That's the family business, so.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Alvina has already followed in her family footsteps for the family business. She has already jumped into fire.
Oh no.
Fire dancer.
War dance. No, war dancer. But it is Fantasia. The part of Fantasia she comes from is the summer court where they just throw themselves into bonfires. Because the party's that good.
So it wasn't a dark joke about your family all burned.
Well, yes, but they were willingly. They did it themselves.
It's actually burned.
Yeah. Hey, both of her parents are still alive, as are her 19 younger siblings. She's 20, for reference.
Of course. Yeah, it's just efficient.
Yeah. Elves. You know, there's that thing about in everything where elves can only have like a low birth rate because they can only have one child a year. My parents went, we'll see about that.
Of course.
I do like that I could have I realized, wait a minute, I don't have nature, but I could just ask the plant.
Yeah.
I could ask ask my dragon and it tells me what the plant is. Okay, it goes through my spirit animal with how the barbarian one works. But that might actually be, if we find out what the hell this thing is, if it counts as celestial, by the way, we could actually, if Alvina walks outside into the main like thoroughfare and just uses it, she could probably find where it is.
Yes, yeah.
If we find out what it is. We don't know it's a celestial. Is the thing.
No, it speaks celestial.
It speaks it, but it could very well be something else.
Yeah,
Also, remember in this world, like fiends and celestials are on the same side, so.
true. Yeah.
And I have to ask, like, to be honest, I could go through the list, but it might be undead, and I don't. Actually, no, I can ask undead as well.
Okay.
I think I can only ask 3, and there's 4 options. Is the problem?
Yeah. that makes sense.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, welcome back.
I think we're all back.
Yes.
All right. Say no if you're not back.
No.
There's always one.
Jeez.
It's 2, I think.
It's always Neil.
Actually, yes, fuck you here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Then we're home.
Well, he didn't say no, so.
Didn't deny
All
it.
right. Welcome back from our post non-existent advert break. Previously, we learned about the origin story of the singing light bell. We now return to our party members. After having, did we listen to a beautiful melody? Did the point play something? And is the whole,
I was playing it on the harmonica core.
as the entire room has gone quiet and
That
is
is
now just
beautiful.
watching the point's performance. There's tears and more than a few people.
Aw.
I,
Clever start being thrown towards the point.
They're all roses. Point dies
Yeah.
to 1d4 for piercing damage each hit.
we can't fight. We can't fight it here. This is too precious for that thing to be anywhere near it.
That's fair.
It was looking at this at least, so
That's good to. That might indicate something. So you say, what's that got? Is that some sort of like holy thing?
It's a out of character question. If you
Yeah.
cast protection from good and evil on a celestial object, does that protect it from itself and therefore destroy it?
I think you can choose what
I
you
don't,
protect it
I don't
from.
think protecting it from itself destroys it.
No,
I just think it would stop it attacking itself.
So you can a
Okay.
celestial can have protection from good and evil put on it on account of they can cast it. A lot of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the spell doesn't include itself.
It doesn't
So-
blow itself up.
So just make sure if I attempt to protect this, I'm not going to accidentally kill it.
Also, mechanically, the spell just gives disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It doesn't
It's not like it
erase
does
it.
damage by itself.
It's not gonna erase it.
I'm still going to make the symbolic gesture of casting protection on this plant.
That's
Now, if
fair.
you cast Blight on it,
Yeah, blight
that's
is
a
another
whole
matter.
different
Oh, you
story.
know, disintegrate.
No, blight would actually be worse for this. It's a plant.
Yeah.
Like, disintegrate 90% of things. Plants, blight.
uh,
You shielded the plant.
Yep, that's
is there any other kind of lingering energies other than this? If I point around the room,
Actually, Alvina's.
I don't know, are any of you paladins?
Alvina is going to scan the room to see if she sees any other ones of this plant, though.
Give me a perception check.
23.
Ooh.
Nope. This is the only one of its kind in this greenhouse.
Yeah, I assume so, but I thought it's best to check. I have an idea. This
That's
is
fair. As you look around, like most of the plants are kind of like single one-offs. Since this is effectively a collection.
yeah, that's pretty much what she assumed, but it's just in case there were like a few of them, or ones that were like ridiculously similar to it.
Yeah. From the backstory, there was only ever one that was created, or
It's
at
a-
least
it's
that
a-
one was only created once.
It's a plant; it could multiply.
Yeah. Assuming it's like a divine origin story
Yeah, fair.
of like, oh, this plant was created as a gift between gods, and that's how it got its origin, and now it's everywhere.
Yeah, Alvina is going. I have an idea as to the reason why it might have hung around here a lot.
why? Other than the
It's looking for the
What?
egg, right?
yes,
I think that it can sense divine energy. And it's gone to places where there is some to have a look around. Because it doesn't know exactly what it's looking for, you said, right? Well, it knows
Okay.
exactly what it's looking for, but it probably can't sense exactly what it's looking for. It just goes, ooh, there's a blip. Like how my community
Okay,
nature
ma-
thing can figure out what things are in a massive area. It might have something similar.
Do the spell, has that made the blip bigger, maybe? I don't know. What does... was... Would protecting protecting this plant made the blip bigger, or would it logically think?
I don't know. Alvina got the base idea.
I'm asking DM. Is that something
What do you think?
Stormy could logic out of anything from his arcane knowledge?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. It depends what it's seeking. If Alvina's guess, or not guess, but like theory is correct, and it is looking for doses of celestial energy, maybe it depends if the point's energy signature reads more as celestial or arcane. They are a bard, so it probably should be arcane.
I think
it
Bard
was
is. I think Bard in 5 years is the one that can change. To be honest.
So
It
from
was
what Zormir would know, you would expect it would be more kind of actually maybe obscuring it with arcane signature than divine signature.
Because
We need something divine to attract it here.
that's
Then
my thought. If we can get something divine, put it in a place, it'll probably show up there.
I don't know what we have that's divine energy. None of the only holy religious passion we have is currently
Don't we have that?
staying in the ship.
Don't we have that statue or
That's what I was thinking.
plant here?
We have the big
Then we
statue.
need to mirror whatever we
DM
got.
very quickly tries to remember what the fuck that statue was.
I remember.
was a
I think
celestial
it's the big celestial statue that.
Oh no, I remember it. I just can't remember what the deal with it was. I have so many goddamn subplot lines going on.
It's the one. It's the one that Emmy and what's her name, the Dryad wanted.
Oh no, yeah, I remember. I can't remember what it
Oh,
was.
I thought you were
There
going
was
which one.
something in it. I just can't remember.
Yeah, no idea. We never.
I don't think we have any more information.
We
so you
haven't
can probably
checked. The
make
only
it up.
thing we
No,
know
that's-
is
the DM will look for his notes and find if it becomes relevant. I was just making a little side comment.
Wait, he's like, we don't know. We didn't actually
Just an
investigate it.
FYI.
We just kind of took it. Took it, put it on the ship. We're going to deliver it at some point, but it's a future problem.
Whatever is convenient, you know. We'll just drop back.
Yeah.
Then we'd need a mirrored surface there. If it,
Point. Where did you jump your mirrors?
I don't have any anymore. I threw them out the window
Yeah, where did you throw them out the window?
of the ship. I believe it's just a drop down there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the ship's just hovering in void space.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, if gravity's not down there and someone can fly,
How
yeah.
far down does it usually go?
I think there will be some form of gravity.
they're. I mean, look.
Yeah,
We're in a
technically,
very great
technically there's
house.
like an atmosphere of gravity around the continent, including the size of the continent. So I guess it would fall. Would it just orbit the continent until it crashed into something?
Would
There's
it,
actually a mirror orbiting.
would it orbit the ship?
No, the ship's not large enough. The
Thank
the
God.
continent would be the orbiting point.
Cool. So there's a mirror somewhere. There's like 17
It would
mirrored
also reflect
outfits
it, so
floating
you know,
through
any
space.
ships coming in will see the reflection.
Treasure! It's just some weird dwarven sized mirrored clothing. What the fuck? I've got an idea.
What is it?
And for those wondering, since you are on the side of the continent, surely you know the gravity would point towards the center of the continent. This is magic gravity, and we're gonna ignore that.
I'm saying my idea is we loot a public bathroom for all the mirrors behind, because there's usually a lot of mirrors in them, and then put them back
could
afterwards.
Also just buy a mirror.
We need a lot
or
of
borrow a
mirrors. We need a lot of mirrors. Is the thing. Let's
We
make it
need at
really
least-
easy for it to show up.
We need at least a mirror big enough for it to actually show.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking a lot of mirrors. If we can get enough mirrors just put together, it'll show up.
Do you know anywhere where we can get some
We don't-
mirrors?
Do we know we need a big mirror? Why don't we try it with a small one and then get a big one? I'd rather fight it in a restricted zone than where it
Well,
can go anywhere.
well, we're looking like we're now fighting it on our ship.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Let's not do that.
well, do you want to drag that damn statue out here?
Yes.
I mean,
All right, then.
I can get Pointbot to do it.
It's like, we can manage it more than just go get. By the way, just go and get someone to make sure that we're allowed to take the damn statue off the ship. Let's make sure we don't get
Especially with the
arrested.
golems.
Also, we've got
Okay.
golems.
Get the golems to carry it.
Oh,
We just
Let's
need
go
to find
to-
somewhere that basically
I-
cordon it off.
Let's get-
I will just hiss to Zormir. The ship is where the egg is. We don't want it near that.
okay, then. Well, let's at least get to it. The battery is draining, and I don't.
Yeah,
know.
good point.
Yes.
Let's have that salad later, or can we have it to go because we've got a way to get rid of that thing.
We just need to.
Gabriel looks horror struck. No, I cannot allow this. The salad must be eaten fresh. To take it away, I would not be able to preserve how I literally pick it from the stock as I am making it. It would
Oh,
tarnish
we'll come
the
back
quality.
later. Come on.
Well, then we will see you this evening, my dear.
I will definitely be back this
Hmm.
evening.
Gavio looks forward to it.
Thumbs up, and Zovin is walking out.
Come on.
Jones is already my husband. Why am I also flirting with Gavio?
Because it's the point. I think is the.
Damn bards.
Anyway, yes. Right, let's go and get that statue.
And find somewhere mirrored as best we can once we get the
Yep.
statue.
Yep.
Okay.
Even if I have to just shine up a bunch of metal sheets.
Oh, I've got an idea. Zormir,
What?
where's your armor polish?
It's on the ship. Where else would it be?
Right, put the entire pot on yourself.
Why do it? No, I'm controlling the damn thing. I'm not having it come through my suit. That might go very,
I love that you
very-
literally realized we had a few seconds of what the fuck? Why would? Wait a minute.
That will go very, very badly.
Point. Stop. Not point. Fuck you. Stop biting that person and come on.
No!
Come on, fuck you. Leave the children here. Let's go.
Right, remember, whenever someone tells you to do something, you just say, fuck you.
It's just Alvina's bellowing laugh at you.
Yes, man.
Well, the goblin has a gang now.
The goblin has a small army.
I don't know.
Party is such bad influences on the general
We
public.
really are. We've
It's
never.
nothing but a good influence. It's just
Did it-
You come with
Other
us,
than-
which is a net negative.
Other than fuck you, because I know where you were stuck for ages. Did anyone know of anything where we could get some mirrored surfaces? When you've been going around here?
The workshops. They had metal.
Go to the workshop then and grab some metal, whilst the rest of us go.
You sure you want me to go to the workshop and grab some metal?
Point, go with them.
You know, probably where a good place would be the goblin tent.
I was thinking the goblin tent, but Alvina hasn't actually been there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I didn't say it, because
I
my brain
mean,
told me, but I went, actually, I've not been there.
Fuck you's not been there, but he was told about it by Fade.
Alvina wasn't listening. Now, Alvina went to the workshops to go and get all the metal plating for the ship so she could keep her animals. So I imagine that it was like polish up some sheet metal.
Well, go see the scrappers up in this weird trader goblin.
Okay.
I'll just duck back in. Hey, Fabio.
It's Gavio.
Fabio, yes. You wouldn't happen to know where we could get a lot of mirrors, do you?
A lot of mirrors.
Other than
Please say, I was gonna say, please say his bedroom. His bedroom ceiling.
A cinema.
Well, how many is a lot?
Many as we can get.
Zormir leaves them behind. And
I assumed you left them behind, yeah. You can get
I
your...
assume you don't have the time to have them imported from the central city.
Now, I think
No,
we've got
sadly
about
not.
an hour.
I have I don't know about many. Obviously, I know some of there's already fixed placements. The bathhouse has some in the changing rooms. There's the strange mirror cells in the guard tower. Obviously, there's
No,
this
there's not.
place. I think I have a friend that has one in an old workshop that he's not using. I could give him a call. If that's what you'd.
Yeah, the workshop one sounds
Yes,
good.
please. Points in the right direction if
Yeah.
possible.
Very well. Gavio goes over to. How the hell do people communicate in this
I assume
place?
Bats. Messenger bats.
I assume I was going to say the message scrolls of the message spell. I just
Yeah.
really common.
Rocky Talkies.
I was
The
literally
problem
thinking.
is wizardcraft and spells are actually quite
Yeah.
valuable to the war effort, so they get requisitioned a lot.
Okay.
I'd imagine it'd be
and
literally like
They might just send a
bats.
child then.
Yeah, I think it's just the clerk system. I think they literally just do it via foot power.
I kind
the
of like
runner.
the idea of messenger pigeons, but bats. I'm sad. I wanted that to be it. That'd be funny.
Messenger bats.
Messenger bats.
They send a familiar or a runner,
Yeah.
depending on what they can afford.
He just hands it to one of the children, and the child just swears at him and leaves.
Wait a second.
Turns out, fuck you has single-handedly destroyed the entire communication system of Bastion in about 10 minutes.
Because
After everything fuck you stole, you might have done more than that.
everyone give me a perception check.
Oh,
Perception.
Everyone, did you say?
Yeah, everyone give me a
20.
perception check.
That include me? Who's-
14.
Yeah, all of you.
Okay.
God damn it.
Lou, you're not paying attention. Another child has come up and kicked you in the shin.
or is it just the same child again?
No, it's a different one. It's his sibling. There's 7 of them, and each one is going to take turns throughout the day.
Let's see. How stealthy are you? Let's give you a d6. Why not? Ooh, just fails.
Hey.
For those who did a DC 20,
Mhm.
it only occurs to you now that there's been something shifting in your peripheral, following you, watching you, a slight shake to their person as they occasionally have a moment where they become more visible as if they're going to come and make their presence known and then slink back. And as you leave the greenhouse, you notice them over in the park. They appear to have a large segment partial of paper in front of them as if they're trying to read it, but occasionally you see there's little holes that have been poked out of the sheet of paper, and they're watching you through them. It's hard to see them as there's a giant piece of newspaper in front of their face. But there's something about them that seems familiar. What would Alvina and Zormir like to do?
Alvina is dead-eyeing what she sees and is starting to stride towards it. And at point sees this because they're stood next to me.
Yep.
Zormir, what are you doing?
Alvina, handle it. I'm gone. I've already started running back to the ship.
That's fair. Alvina, as you start to make your way towards the spying figure, suddenly you see a rustling from what effectively is a newspaper, as the person begins shaking in sheer absolute terror at your approach.
This could be a lot of people.
There's a slight moment of hesitation where the paper kind of shifts left or right, as if they're trying to decide if they should run or not. And then seems to be and then becomes paralyzed by the decision and ends up just staying there shaking. You quickly become 5 feet from the shaking figure sitting on the bench watching you. What would you like to do?
Alvina's gonna do the thing where she puts like half of her hand just on the top of the newspaper and pulls it down.
You see a very pale, slightly sweaty face of a gnome clerk.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it the clerk? I can't remember his name. Someone tell me what
Norman
Norman.
Kent stares at you with eyes filled with terror, but a face blank, as if they're trying not to let the terror reach their expression.
Hello, Norman.
The mistress would like me to escort you for the remainder of the day until you've solved the little problem.
Oh, certainly. We're actually in the process of doing that now.
Yeah.
We're going to a workshop.
Yes. Would you happen to know anywhere with easily accessible mirrors?
We've got an idea that
Yes.
should work.
He has
Send-
glasses, doesn't he?
Yes.
Reflective surface.
I'm sure something can be arranged.
Oh, also, if we could have a small area cordoned off. Don't want any civilians or anything getting hurt.
How uncharacteristically foresightful of you.
Alvina gives a grin which could literally just be seen on a wolf.
But Norman is able to get the contact details of the person's friend and discovers the location of the warehouse because he is a clerk, which made me remember him, and because I forgot he was supposed to be waiting for you outside the ship, and apparently the little runaway coward decided to
Stay
just
at a
follow
distance.
you.
He stayed at a distance. He's like, I don't want to go near them.
He needed to check how you felt about yesterday's abandonment.
Oh, we're having a...
Lou's not
No,
there.
oh, no, don't worry. We're going to have a chat about that on the way.
Yeah. We'll deal with him later.
No, I'm going to say, I'm having a chat with him on the way to the workshop, because I imagine it'll take a couple minutes to walk.
I don't think Lou would have been that chatty.
I know, Lou is with Zomir, I thought. I assumed it was
Unless
Alvina
he's-
and the point we're going to the workshop.
Unless he's got expeditious retreat. Keep up
No.
with me.
So we're just... but yes, you have the location of a workshop that has a spare large mirror in it.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
And Zormir is closing in on the ship.
Hoofing it.
Just absolutely hooving it. Zormir, you arrive back at the ship. Appears to be in tip-top shape. It looks like Jones has finally woken up for the day and is going about cleaning. He has become an absolute master of cleaning the ship for you.
Hell yes.
Nice.
When questioned as to how he was able to pilot the ship, he doesn't seem to be able to give you an answer. He just says, I don't know, I just seem to be able to.
Respect.
Well, okay.
He seems to just intuitively know how to pilot ships for some reason.
Okay.
He's not quite
well,
sure why.
He had
That
memory
was
loss.
a fast life thing.
But he had memory loss, didn't he?
And
Yes,
you
he still has amnesia.
I think
you
I might have an
cleaning?
idea.
We need- While you've been cleaning, we need to find that statue. We need to get that out of storage. Can you go find that whilst I re-etch the Guardians into me being able to control Alvina's as well? Momentarily. I'm going to override her control so I can use these to transport the thing.
I think the thing only actually took one to transport it previously. I think it was
Zormir,
like two of
give
us.
me
or one of us.
a general charisma check.
Charisma.
Hmm.
Magolum stays locked in the pod and refuses to come down.
Well,
Might be okay.
As you give your command, there appears to be a momentary flicker in Jones's eye as he suddenly goes rigid and salutes you.
Okay.
And gives a very commanding, aye aye, boss. Before the flicker is gone, and he kind of looks about confused as to why he did that.
I
Okay.
think He was a.
Sorry, that was awkward.
We needed to have a chat at some point.
You did have a lot of chats, Zombie.
A proper in-depth chat with help you remember some things. That was a bit.
Oh wait,
A pencil in.
wait a minute! I've just realised. I think Zombie was the only person that didn't see the mind image from him, wasn't he?
No idea. Can't remember. It's so long ago.
Yeah. Oh, that might be interesting.
I mean, I'm sure you would have eventually heard about it.
Oh yeah, it would have mentioned.
Like, and if you guys can keep a secret.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Can
Get therapy.
he runs off to fulfill the order. And in a very quick session, you're able to get the golem, 1 or 2, your choice, to set up with the statue and begin lugging that thing off like your own personal mover men. In the meanwhile, I presume one of the party member wants to go back to the ship to tell Zormir of where the location is, while some of you make your way to the location.
Who's fastest?
You know who's fastest. Alvina's
Gwen.
bolting. Well, no, Gwen's not here, so without Gwen, it's Alvina.
Yeah.
So Alvina, boom!
Also the strongest.
Yep.
But yes, you make your way over to one of the nondescript warehouses or workshops in the workshop platform. No, it's just one of the, many in this very small representation, because, maps are only show you so much of the town. In real life, there would be hundreds of these little shops and streets, but in a game, you can't do that. It's too clustered.
Yeah, and there'd at least be dozens and dozens of warehouses and workshops and things. So
Yeah. So you go to one of the representations of it. And you set yourself up inside. It's quite a kind of, it looks like a derelict, not particularly used workshop in one of the back alleys. There appears to be kind of several of them off, while you have the kind of larger, more presentable ones on the kind of storefront end of the actual like public streets. The workshop is quite crammed together, and there appears to be small workshops kind of built into the back ends of other workshops that you go down little alleys to get into small courtyards filled with more entrances. And it's here that you find this derelict shop that hasn't been particularly used. And you open the door to a slight creaking of the hinges and look into the dark room, the light now spilling in over your shoulders, to find what appears to be just a regular, large, squarish room there's a central kind of desk in it, or some sort of countertop with a stool behind it, some crates and vases kind of lined against the walls, and a little bit of smelling of kind of not quite dampness, but an earthy tone to the air, that and a little bit of dust kind of lingering here and there.
mustiness. Yeah.
If it hasn't been used in many seasons.
This seems perfect. Let's make sure we've got a big space in the middle.
Okay.
You push everything towards the side because there isn't really room to kind of chuck it out into the street, not without a large amount of trips. And hey, I'm not redesigning the map.
Yep.
Do you have one of these ready for every potential place we could fight, Guy?
You'll never know.
No, is the answer. We have it probably has 5, which would work for most things. But yeah, basically it's just Alvina's making sure. Okay, there's not 2 rooms. Alvina's basically making sure that there is enough. The middle of the floor is clear. Like, everything's shoved up against a wall, as far as it can physically go.
Look at this beautiful room.
It does look nice. By any chance is this from something?
Nope, made this myself.
Nice. It looks very good.
It is also giant, and Zormir is the real size.
I was about to ask that. Is this actually on the grid? Alvina will grab herself.
Is the mirror that thing?
Zormir is now gigantic.
Yes, there is a large, head to toe, but actually like twice the width of a normal standing mirror.
The point is the giant. Every time.
Zormir, we're actually our
Especially for a
size.
dwarf.
The tiny ones is actually the appropriate size for us, isn't it?
I'm not resizing these.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
Oh no, this is you're not actually that tiny. The room isn't actually that big.
Oh, I thought it was actually that big. I was like, okay, I'm down for this.
Just the size.
Should you be twice the size? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you should be twice the size. It's not that big a room. It's just supposed to be a small little shop.
Okay. I've also just realised that when we were starting this fight, Alvina was going to be standing outside, so I'll just put myself over like here. For where she'll be standing.
Yeah.
Right, good luck.
Grid on here.
There is grid.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
The first time I'm actually increasing the grid instead of thinking the grid. Wild.
Hey.
No, I don't like that. This is a small room. You get more flexibility. So there you go. You got to keep the thingy grid, and you just take up 4 squares.
We are size large in this
is
room.
a tiny room. Okay.
We are in someone's cupboard.
Okay.
You dragging yourselves in?
Also, this is actually a good time that everyone's getting a good look at our character models. Because they're larger than usual.
Yeah, look at that.
Because
So
I
it
made
was just,
points first, I'm the only one who doesn't have a fancy background.
Yeah. Honestly, it kind of works. 'Cause it kind of looks like kind of grayish, like kind of goldy. It's kind of nice. Alvina's looks exactly as anyone expects it to.
I mean, fuck you is small, so he would be the quarter size of them.
Are you actually size small?
Yeah, goblin size small.
Well, there you go. You can actually see what fuck you looks like compared to the rest of you now.
Yeah. Pocket goblin.
And we haven't been kicking. Nope.
We have been kicking fuck you, of course we have. Just in jest, though.
Very throwable size. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, fuck you,
Your
very
icons
eatable.
represent your 5x5 space that you inhabit. You're not actually taking up the full space.
Yeah.
Good thing about D&D is everyone respects personal space.
Apart from if you're size tiny, which you can't.
What size was the statue?
It was medium. It was about so. It was a bit bulkier than Alvina, but I believe it was still 1 square.
Where would we have put it? Somewhere in front
Middle
of
of
the
the
mirror?
room. Middle of the room.
Probably.
Put it on the table.
Put it where the boxes, like right there.
I was going to say in the centre of the room, yeah, there.
Yeah, put it right in the center
I
of
was
the
gonna
room.
say, is the table strong enough?
It's push up against the wall. There isn't actually a table.
The mirror's there now.
Yeah.
So
The statue's there, mirrors down here.
Oh, I thought the mirror would be the stool, but that works.
there.
I thought it was the mirror in
Right.
the corner.
Yeah.
But I thought that was an actual table. But
This
it's
is a
not
mirror.
there.
This is a little desk table you can push up against the wall.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you three are in the room. Me and fuck you are waiting with the door closed, waiting for the inevitable combat to happen.
If you... No, I was going to say, if you stay out of sight of the mirror...
We didn't want to be in the room, so it can't nuke us off the bat until it's in the room. We can actually deal with it.
Anyway, once everything's ready, I will go up to the mirror and say in Celestial, "Hey, if you're in there,
come and get it.
We've got your golden child."
The terrifying thing is, this might actually be a golden child thing. We don't know what it is, and I, for a brief moment, thought this was what it was after.
So it reacted to the illusion of the egg earlier, so...
Yeah. And we've got the probably
again,
quite
it's
powerful...
fairly clear that it doesn't recognise it.
It's probably got a fairly powerful celestial source here if it tries to check it. If it can. So. Like, it may not be as big, but it checked a freaking shrub. So...
The device at the mirror.
So I'll try and keep it talking. You
get it in.
Get it in.
Alvina is carefully listening. I imagine they've organised a do this when it's in the room, so we can like break through the door and get into the room.
There you go. Large golden idol.
Weirdly enough, that looks delicious. It
I'm
looks
trying
like
to eat everything.
It looks like kind of like a yogurt.
We'll put it on the table.
Like a vanilla yogurt.
All right, so you're going up to the mirror, and in Celestial, you're trying to call out the Einsamest.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Come on, point. Nat 20 this. And Destiny if it doesn't work, because genuinely we think we need this one.
Ooh, 21.
That's good.
I'm going to hope that's good enough. Not Destiny it yet.
Yeah.
Since you have a beacon source, we'll lower the DC. And you are speaking in Celestial, which lowers it again. As you stare into the mirror and you can see yourself, and you can see yourself reflected in the reflection of the mirror, the party tense, their muscles ready to act. Those outside occasionally just kind of glancing into the room to see if it's their turn to jump in.
Mhm.
Let's go around and see what each party member is doing. The point. What are you up to? Obviously, you're looking into the mirror, but how are you feeling?
I am nervous, given what it did to me last time. But I'm hoping that I'm trying to work out how to keep it talking.
Zormir, what are you doing and how are you feeling?
I'm keeping an eye on the device while glancing around to the mirror and the thing behind us, and just sort of being prepared and ready.
Being prepared and ready. Fair enough. And Lou Grim, what are you doing and how are you feeling?
I'll be ready in an action.
Yeah, what kind of action and what's the trigger? Let's do.
To cast Frostbite if it looks as though it's about to attack.
Fair enough, fair enough. Book you, what are you up to and how are you feeling?
So fuck you has his rapier brandished.
Huh?
But he's feeling kind of nervous because he's dealt with this thing before and it wasn't fun.
Yeah, but you add everything else onto how you were.
Yeah, you were in a bad spot at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. And last but not least, Alvina, how are you feeling and what are you doing?
Alvina is basically just bouncing up and down outside the room, sword in one hand, hammer in the
Alvina's
other,
pumped.
waiting to basically power through the door when she hears whatever signal has been organized for it's in the room.
Chenga.
I knew you were itching for the fight.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, she couldn't hit the bastard last time. And spent the entire time
Come
like
through, you
saving
little
people. So
bastard.
it's like he hit her with her own sword. And he's like, I want this fuck. I want to have this one.
And you know, while Norman led you here, he appears to be keeping a safe distance of being all the way at the other end of the valley or alley that brings you into this courtyard.
He's in the valley. He really left.
Really
He's
wants to keep a
gone.
safe distance.
I've instructed the golems to wait behind Norman.
It's like bouncers.
He's just got these
You ain't
golden
going nowhere, mate.
bodyguards that he's like.
Oh, actually, we could have what they're probably like ensuring that the streetway keeps clear, possibly
That
as
too.
well. The golems, because we asked,
yes,
can we
that's
have
good,
this
that's good,
cordoned
yeah.
off? No civilians randomly walking in, going, "Hey, everyone, what's happening in here?" Gets transported to the mirror dimension.
Yes, I assume we contacted the owner, but also
Norman said he did it.
case.
Norman said he sorted
Yeah,
it.
Norman signed off on it.
Oh my god, this is going to be like Storage Wars.
Yeah, this is literal storage.
I mean, if everything goes wrong, we just blame
That's what I'm
Norman.
saying.
yeah, again.
But as the seconds tick away into minutes, that's when you hear it. The first sign. The high ringing beep of the device Zormir is currently holding. And you see a ripple in the mirror, the point. As you stare at yourself, and then yourself stares back with a grin. A twisting, broken, uncomfortable grin.
Ah, there you are. You know, you really got to do something about that grin if you want people to help you.
It tilts its head from side to side and just stares at you, eyes narrowing, watching, waiting,
In the shadows.
grinning.
Press a button. See if anything happens. But
So
point out.
we've got your golden child. I'm
Zormir.
not gesturing at the idol, just saying it.
As you activate the device, you get a sensation within you and around you. A sensation similar to when you're casting a spell.
Mhm.
Please choose one person within a 60-foot radius of you to be the subject of the spell.
This thing. The point.
The double point. The double point.
Double point.
As you kind of wave the device over towards it, you don't seem to be able to pick anyone outside of your realm. It is not a valid selection.
Crap.
Is it choose another target, or did you choose another energy?
quick glance back.
The energy is still
That's-
lingering.
Okay.
Zormir can still choose another target. But the device is on and it is consuming the energy. You feel like if you deactivate it now, you might waste the effectual spell slot.
I'm going in.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
Zormir,
picked-
do it yourself.
I picked myself.
I don't know what happens, but do it yourself.
As you select yourself, you find yourself plane shifted into the reflected realm.
Think I know what's happening.
Oh, good grief.
I think I know what's happening. Okay.
All 3 bars of the device on your person depleted to cast the spell.
Yep. I think I know what the point is here.
Everyone roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Good luck, Zormir. I think you might have to...
Point turns back towards Zormir and with a cruel, manic
Fuck me.
grin.
I got a 6 with advantage.
Initiative.
I rolled a 3
As we
and
get
a
into
2.
combat with the Einsmouth.
Yeah, I think I know the point of this fight. And that is really cool, Chris, if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I am. I'm not gonna give it away yet, but I'm fairly sure I've got the idea. Put it this way, if I'm correct with my theory, guys, we did the correct job of putting Zormir in, but I can't remember if this thing can actually attack things in the mirror dimension or not.
I don't think it can, but
So we chose the wrong choice.
yeah.
But you should. But
It hasn't shown any indication of yet, but maybe it just really isn't interested in Fuck you.
that's entirely possible.
Well, at that point, fuck you was an easy target. So for all we know, just easy pickings.
But to be fair, the only time that it's ever had the opportunity to coexist has been when the point was there. So it's possible that the point was just always a more favorable target.
Yeah, exactly. It's.
I mean, who doesn't love the point?
It likes killing the point.
Yeah, okay. Let's see, have I got the doppel point in there? I do. We got everyone else in. Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and descend that. And book you. You're up first. Shit, Zormir's just vanished. You can't see Zormir from your position. What would you like to do?
Shit. He's gonna call in to the point and be like, what's going on?
I think Zormir's in the mirror.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Was it Lou or Gwent who had banishment last time?
Gwen.
Gwent. Oh, good grief.
Sorry. I thought about taking it.
I think it can only be damaged while someone's in the mirror dimension as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep talking to it on my turn.
Yeah. Fuck you. It doesn't want to go in at the minute because otherwise he'd be attacked probably by Zormir's gun, and he's not got that much armor, and he's kind of squishy.
Squishy.
Not as squishy as like Lou, but he's gonna keep holding his rapier and be ready just in case Zormir and the thing come back.
That's fair. You do so. We then go to Zormir's turn. Zormir, you are now in presumably the same room, but you notice there are differences in this room. The bookcase seems to have been cut off a little bit, and there's crates missing. Oh, and also the rest of your party members. Except from the point, who has his back to you and is looking into the mirror.
I'm back.
Okay. I'm going to the point that's in front of me instead of using a normal, my full thing with attack. I'm going to use Thunderfist. See if anything happens when I swing at it.
As you swing at it, you make contact with it, and you hit, and you deal damage.
It
It
now,
seems really upset by this.
it now can only has disadvantage attacking anything but me,
Ooh.
Ooh,
because I
nice.
used the actual Thunderfist on it, not the.
Not the gauntlet of
Nope.
doom thing. It's fine, just switch to the second attack and hit with it.
Gloves.
Second hit with it.
You can attack with a different weapon. Because they're both technically armed, aren't they?
Both melee attacks.
Yeah. You don't have to attack with the same weapon each time.
Oh, it's true if you want to switch weapons.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
The only limitations there are like withdrawing the weapon.
yeah.
Gonna
But if it's literally your fist, then
I'll move up to the.
It's a different part of your hand, essentially. That's why dragon monks can literally punch with 5 elements a turn.
It would be necrotic as well. That gets it with.
necrotic damage.
One element per finger.
As you smash into the creature on your second punch, you see your necrotic energy fluctuate through its body before its head begins twisting and rotating to stare back at you. Its neck disjointed.
Disjointed.
It stares at you, and Zormir, did you speak Celestial?
Yes.
In Celestial, it's in this high crackling voice of broken glass. Says to you in Celestial, do you think necrotic could hurt an agent of chaos? Your necrotic damage seems to have done no damage.
Oh, good to know.
Okay.
Indeed.
What was that? I assume I can hear on this side of the mirror.
An agent of Kiris. It's the entity it mentioned last time.
Okay.
Don't tell the rest not to use necrotic. You know I can't control this.
Be a good. We need to fix your fucking gun, dude.
I'm saying in common so it doesn't hoping it doesn't understand common.
Hoping it doesn't understand common.
Because there's not. I'm not gonna say in deep and then not know what I'm saying.
Yeah, how
Wow.
It's
many?
another
No.
language I have.
But Zormir, is that your turn?
Yep. That
Would
will
you like
be-
to use an object interaction to activate your dimension energy siphon?
I would hit the device pointing at.
It gains 1 bar of mirror dimension energy. Luke Grimm, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, he's obviously not attacked, so my action would just dissipate.
Mm-hmm.
That it would.
We couldn't cast spells through the mirror. It didn't work, did it?
Only transportation spells,
Yeah.
because I'm generous.
Mhm.
Only banishment.
Yeah,
because I'm generous.
basically, the spell
Yeah.
that would make some sense to make this kind of work and us not be completely screwed. Do you have any buff yourself or buff people spells for the pointing yourself, Lou?
Buff, not so much. Just for myself. I do.
Maybe.
So Yeah, I'm gonna cast Armor Agathis on myself.
Not bad show.
Yeah, let's do it second level.
Ooh, nice.
Lots of extra health. 10 health. Not bad.
All right, is that your turn? I feel like I got some combat music in on my end.
Yes.
I've not got music on my end because I'm too lazy to check for some.
Yeah. Alrighty then, as we go to Doppelpoint, who seem to have beat the point by 1 initiative.
Yeah. As it does.
The Doppelpoint, still with its twisted head looking at Zormir, but its body facing the other direction, raises up its musical instrument. And in a horrific fashion that you've ever seen Point play, his neck literally twisted around as they play. To the rest of the party, you see beautiful lights begin to form in the mirror. As I need everyone not currently looking away from the mirror.
Yay!
And hilariously, he would be casting this on their end, effectively, like, in front of Zormir.
Yeah.
So I need Zormir, the Point, and Lou Grimm to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Advantage of standing outside the room.
I guess the point would be like, move up here and then do it on the mirror so he's not looking at it.
Well, pause on
Yeah,
there.
check my own AC. just to be
Damn,
clear.
Lou!
I'm gonna use my destiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna try Destiny. Nope. No. Okay, fair enough.
Did something bad happen to yours? Yeah. Natural one, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, damn.
It was a 14, then I Destinied it to a natural one.
Yep. Destiny hates you.
Destiny says no.
So apparently Lugrim and Zormir make it. Oh, did I give this thing? I'm pretty sure it's been using its own AC. Mostly because I didn't want to track the ACs.
I believe you
Just
said
wanted to be
it
able to
uses.
cast spells.
I think it uses its own AC, but the caster's DC, right?
Yeah, but that's just because I clicked the button and it's just convenient for me to have you.
Oh,
do it.
actually, I think you were actually doing it last time. Fair enough.
Nah, I'm just gonna use the DC. It's right here. I'm gonna say 16. Because I'm pretty sure it's close to what it had and kind of going flipping between tabs.
It's easier.
So unfortunately, the Point, you succumb to your own magic, and are now under the effects of hypnotic pattern. Hypnotic pattern concentration. It's not, is it?
I don't know, actually.
I think so. It is. I should put it up on my end.
Yeah, I guess concentrate on that. Nice. The Point, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm charmed, but I'm not. So I can still do stuff.
You're charmed, incapacitated, and have a speed of 0.
Yep. Unfortunately, that is your turn.
Yeah, you can't really do
I
it.
speak while incapacitated.
I
Incapacitated.
believe you can speak falteringly.
Yeah.
Alright.
You can say obscenities to them if you want.
Curious.
Yes, I don't want more than a sentence out of you.
Curious wants come here. That's it.
Curious wants come here.
Fair.
Point twists their head back towards the mirror and tilts it confusingly as in a what the fuck you on about, mate?
The fuck
What does
you
that
say?
even mean? Alvina, it is your turn. Something is happening. You're not sure what though. The Point just, as you glance in, is suddenly just kind of staring confusingly, not confused, like Twilight-y, stars and eyes.
Alvina hasn't heard the signal yet, so she's just gonna keep bouncing and wait.
To the party members, she has no idea what's going on. Something's happening, but they're not looking at the mirror to find out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Although Zombie's gone. Actually, no, we've got the door shut. We don't know what's going on. We can hear something's happening. The Point's muttering.
I just assumed you'd have the door open because the mirror's facing away from it.
Oh, I thought we had the door shut so it couldn't, like, have anything for us. I was, like, bracing for whatever signal we've got, which is...
Yeah, you aren't able to see the door in the reflection, which, for anyone who's noticed, the mirrored room actually has a line of sight component to it, so any items that weren't in the line of sight aren't in the mirrored reflection.
I did, which I quite like.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's like that one
I
pot
figured
under
it was
two boxes.
cone. I thought I'd be safe being in the corner there.
You might be barely visible, but it'd be like half of you.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're too big. You'd have to like squeeze in.
Yeah, just really back into that corner.
Right up against that bookshelf.
And
yeah,
you also realize you probably don't want you probably want to be in the reflection.
Mhm.
But with that, let's go ahead and at the end of Alvina's turn, because I got a couple of these to use up. Let's create an echo.
this is the reason why Alvina's not doing anything at the moment. We do not want Echo Alvina again. Echo Alvina can hit the entire room.
As materializing is a doppelu. Suddenly, or actually, let's do a bit of flavor. Doppel point kind of twist their head back, then their head starts to spin in 360 motion. It's really confusing and terrifying and awful. As their form begins to almost take on a kind of polygon shape to them, as if they're made of glass. And then returns back to Doppel point, but a flicker of reality around you, and suddenly Zormir, out of the corner of your eye, Doppelu steps out of the corner. And let's have Doppelu point at Zormir.
Half of Lou.
Half of Lou. Oh, God. Half of Lou steps out of the corner. And, let's just go ahead and cast...
Yes, super horrifying.
Let's go ahead and cast a 7th level magic missile.
Magic missile.
A
Zormir,
7th level magic missile! Holy fuck!
Yeah, it's from the one, the magic missiles.
As half of Doppelu, or Doppel half-Lu, points a wand towards you, Zormir, and 7 missiles begin firing towards you in quick succession, and you just hear a little rattle of... What would you like to do, Zormir?
At least he has shield.
Wait, I'm quickly checking over.
If you don't have shield, this is gonna hurt, because that's all you can do.
I was making sure I'm not wearing any items that actually do anything against this as well. Because I got a few magical items on me.
Yeah, the amulet of shielding. I think that's the one, right? I think you can make it, to be honest.
You mean the brooch shielding?
Is it brooch of shielding? I know it was like a talisman, like amulet thing.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have that. So
It'll have been
Let's
you've
see.
made it if you can, because we haven't gotten one yet. It's a damn good item.
As we answer the age-old question, can
Could I
Zormir be attacked?
counterspell that?
No, it's coming from a magic item.
Yeah.
Can't counterspell magic items because they don't cast, technically.
Mhm.
Or at least not this magic item.
Yeah, I think the magic items that you can counterspell specifically say these can be countered. 'Cause it's like the big staff and things.
is that type? Is that damage type? Of
It's force
element?
damage.
All right.
Absorb elements don't work.
I'm just double checking everything that
It's like a
could
Gatling
affect-
gun. At fair, it's only 7 times 4 damage. It's only 28 damage.
It's 28 irresistible damage if you've not got shield.
As like a grappling gun, a Gatling gun into you, just 7 force missiles impact your large metal body. You can hear the dent of metal as you take 28 force damage.
Ow. I actually thought you had shields on, man. Not gonna lie.
Nope.
Oof. Put you in the AC cap. If you did.
As Doppelu has been created and will exist so long as Lugrim is there on their turn. Fuck you, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Would I be able to tell that the point is charmed?
Yes, you recognize the
Yeah.
telltale starry eyes of a charm victim.
Cool.
Yeah, but the point always has stars in his eye.
It's what his
Especially when
pupils-
I've been challenged by
Yeah,
myself.
but there's a glossy, kind of almost inebriated look to them now.
It's the point it's
Cool.
looking in a mirror, to be fair, though. This is normal.
That's the thing. They're not looking in the mirror anymore.
Yeah,
They're
he's got the finger guns going as
Wounded.
well.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna use my counter charm ability.
Oh.
Ooh.
It. So I'll just put it onto the VTT.
You should note that Hypnotic Pattern doesn't actually give you a repeat save.
Does it not?
Nope, the spell is affected by the creature until it takes damage or someone uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Wait, how-
Okay then.
So you're actually just better in going in using your action to like shake them and then running back out.
Yeah. Instead of that, fuck you is going to target a vicious mockery at the point.
Wow, had
Yeah.
the option of just going in and using like a 0 damage shake, but fair. Okay, at the point, do you consent to this?
Yeah, but it's fuck you. He's gonna shout abuse.
Dude, it's an
I don't,
offensive.
think I don't think I'm conscious enough to consent.
Also, it's
No, this is meta character player damaging other player.
Out of character, yes.
Cool. Then go ahead and make a save.
As it
You can choose to fail this as a player as well.
So it's a wisdom save.
I'm going to make the save. I'm going to roll anyway, just to see. Yep, okay. Come on, come through.
3.
yeah.
Nothing.
Wow,
Yeah.
what did you say to them?
Fate.
I
Fucky's just like,
cannot repeat
What the
it.
fuck are you doing? Get up! Move!
Their songs are terrible.
I
Wow.
broke your vinyl records. I broke all your vinyl records.
The point take 8 psychic damage.
So a single tear rolls
I
down.
sabotaged your record contract.
You assume I had one anyway.
You know that record producer you were trying to get chummy with? I stabbed him.
Oh, fuck you. Is that your turn?
I'm also gonna give a bardic inspiration to the point as well.
Zormir, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I love how he just went and just insulted them, but then cheered them on.
Yeah.
Here you go. After that
You
abuse.
never amount to anything unless you try.
Unless you try harder.
Object interaction, put another charge into the thing. And I guess I'm just gonna punch it.
You just deck it. We'll find out what it's immune to. 4. Please do not roll a 1. Roll a 4.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Roll a 3 or 4.
2.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be resistant to radiant.
Radiant.
I've got a
As
feeling it's
you
against radiant.
punch it and the radiant energy explodes outward into the celestial creature,
Yeah.
the Einzmerst Doppelpoint laughs with a crackling sound of broken glass and in celestial mocks and taunts you. A gift from my master!
I'm actually not going to lie, there's actually a pretty good chance it's immune to 3 of them.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It might not be
See,
immune
this is why I needed more time to get this thing working properly.
We can't hear you.
It is working. Well, the device, yeah. No, that's fine.
Here's
What would you
the-
like to do? I believe you have a second attack.
Yep.
There's
Okay,
not.
seem vulnerable to thunder damage. Or not vulnerable, regular damage.
It took thunder damage.
It took thunder damage.
Did that hit at all?
Unfortunately, a 15 does not hit.
Damn it.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I swing wide with whatever energy.
Just roll to see if it mattered.
4.
4.
Maybe.
That's
So
psychic.
that would have actually hit.
Well, the thing
part.
is, it might have. It's psychic.
It might
This
have,
is a
yeah.
thing in a mirror.
Mm.
The one that I think it's probably not immune to is force. Not that everything's immune to force or not immune to force, but I think force might work.
I mean, I was dealing psychic damage when I was attacking it before.
Were you? Okay, then it's probably, yeah, psychic probably would work.
And I'm gonna shift.
Cow mode, activate.
And that will be me.
That's fair, that's fair.
You're about to get punched.
At the end of your turn, suddenly another ripple in reality as both Doppelhaflu and Doppelpoint turn this crystalline glass-like transparency for a second before returning back to their visage. And out of corner of your eye, Doppelzormir steps out of your location and turns towards you. And Doppelzormir in this twisting, grinning face looks to you and says, looking at both of their fists, "The master's given me a gift of radiance," and it's gonna punch you.
Okay.
As DM hadn't actually gotten Zormir's up yet because I got too focused on doing roleplay. Let me just load up the character sheet here. Don't mind me, ignore me. Yeah, whatever. Just I'm just want to do some attack here. What's this? An antimatter fist.
Yep.
Let's just go ahead and attack
That
you with
doesn't
this
matter.
bad boy. Oh dear God, Doppel Zormir is terrifying.
Zormir, it was nice knowing you.
Ow.
As let's just go ahead.
I can't be blamed for this
and,
one. I can't be blamed for this one.
Yeah, this one's
I don't
not your
think-
fault.
That didn't.
It's actually
That didn't do crit damage.
no. It's because I'm clicking on the antimatter fist and it's not rolling.
Oh, he's
It doesn't
not got
seem-
it set to crits. I bet his character sheet doesn't have it set to crits.
You have a plus. You do have a
there's
plus.
a
I'm just gonna
shame.
-5 from this. Here you go. So just that's an extra 29.
What
That's,
damage type is that out of random?
That's
curiosity?
necrotic.
Well, that's the interesting thing. It doesn't seem to be random. It seems to be radiant damage.
Hey, it gets to pick. See, Zormir, it's fixed your fist. It can't be that hard.
As you take 62 radiant damage from that crit.
Ay.
And all three Doppels, Eimsmerst, begin to cackle in a madman's voice.
That's 2.5.
2.5. Fair enough.
It's just the
As I do believe
Luke
it's
doesn't get to
attack.
finish.
Let's go ahead and attack again for a 25 to hit. Was it 25?
I think that misses because you shifted, right?
Nope, it hits even though I'm
Does it?
shifted.
Oh, I thought you had
And
26
wait.
while shifted.
Wait. Shit.
Yeah?
Because I'm not connected to the fucking Golden Guardians right now, so that wouldn't give me that +1.
No.
No, unfortunately not.
And plus, they would have took the damage instead, which would have
Would
been
have
bad
to.
because it would have blown up.
I think there might be a move to Radiant, to be fair. But
No, it doesn't matter if they're taking the damage. It bypasses anything like that.
oh, gotcha.
Zormir would have to be the resistant one.
Fair enough.
But in that case, you take another 41 radiant damage.
Somebody's taking like 100 damage, by the way. I think he's
As
taking
apparently
100.
Doppel Zormir was more deadly than Doppel Alvina.
Yeah. And you're down, aren't you?
What's worse? I'm down.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
oh.
son. You're the only one with the mirror device.
Yeah. You're also the only one in the mirror dimension. And the only
Oh,
person
no.
who has any sort of plate shifting.
Oh, this could go badly.
Well, I guess that Alvina and Fuck You are the last survivors.
Not necessarily.
Are you going to leave as well?
Oh,
I was
no.
planning to.
But I feel like this is the perfect opportunity right now before we
God, I'm
you
gonna
know
have to
go on to Lugrim. That having just decked their enemy with 2 radiant blasts. I feel like the Einsmersts, because there's now 3, need to take this moment to gloat. And in Celestial, that only the point can understand because Zormir is unconscious, they're gonna start raving and chanting about the power of Keris. Master Keris has gifted me a boon, for I have found the last child. As their all 3 heads twist towards the mirror and towards the point. Give us the last child, or your friend dies. In the name of the divine. Bow. But that's going to be their turn. Luke Grimmin, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
At least I didn't coup de grace you, Zormir.
First of all,
Okay, they only
lubricate
get 2
point.
attacks.
Hey, point. What did you say in there? I couldn't understand.
It's trying to make a deal about us giving it the thing we were going to give it anyway, in order for it to not kill Zormir.
The divine
Ah,
Keris
so-
demands the laughter,
They're
the
offering a
insanity,
trade.
the trickster, the fragile, the contrast. God of nothing, the rabid jester demands his child.
Wait, the the rabbit jester.
Rabid. Not rabbit.
I know what you said, I'm just trying to rile it up. Rabbit jester,
Rabbit
that's...
Jester, that's great.
I mean, look. Maybe we've got off on the wrong foot. We are willing to give this to you if you let Zormir out. All that we ask is that Curious comes to collect it themselves.
A god does not come to collect. A
Then
god
send
sends his agents.
Can we have an agent that isn't you?
We have another. I want to see your manager.
But Lou Grim, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Was gonna say to the point, you may have to go through and
How?
do what Zormir tried to do because you're the only other person that stands a chance of using that device.
So in common, hoping it doesn't speak common. Yeah, I don't know how to get over there.
Yeah, the problem
unless
is-
it lets me in.
The problem is, we didn't
Thinking
go
just
over
to
there.
dive through the mirror.
That's an Alvina thought right there. Really dumb, but might work.
Stand against the mirror. It seems very solid.
So I have definitely tried that in the cell.
It's like a really stupid idea, but made just work.
Yeah.
But Lou, is there anything else you'd like to do for your turn? Before we get to double point, who might just be about to kill.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, what Lou was originally going to do and still is going to do before Zombie went down is leave the room and explain to fuck you and Albina what's happened.
You know, I'm
Yes?
saying Celestial again.
Ah, right.
This, also, you took down one of our strongest fighters pretty quickly. This curious person seems pretty impressive. Be
As
really
you have
cool.
that thought, as you stare into the mirror,
Yeah.
the moment Lou Grim crosses the threshold, the Einsmerst reflections vanish.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I realize there's a minimum 3 people. I'd kind of clicked that part already.
Yes, but it seems that an unconscious Zormir does not count.
Oh.
Can I?
There has to be at least 2 conscious observers
Okay.
in the room.
Okay.
I
So
thought it was
that's
3
the-
people, including the unconscious soulmate, to be honest.
As I say, back in the mirror cell, I summoned Point Bot and never got rid of Point Bot. It's like,
Yeah, point bot doesn't count.
yeah.
It's why I had to pause
I
and be
mean,
like,
the
does
point could
point
check
bot
through
count?
the door.
No, he's not a player. He doesn't count.
Okay.
That's cheating.
He's not an entity, really. He's a thing.
He does not have a soul, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Does anyone have a spell that can cure me through it there?
We don't have anything that can
Nope.
go through.
All my healers touch, unfortunately.
The only item we had that can get through is the item that you've got.
As let's just while you guys all think, let's play Russian roulette with Zormir's life because he might genuinely disappear.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not
but something
very
might
lucky.
just die. He might just
Let's
bleed out.
find out if Zormir lives or well, if he's gonna wake up in an hour with the rest of the party, be like, oh my god, thank God you actually woke up.
New contestants for the game of life.
Zormir, roll me a
Dr.
death save.
Zormir.
Now, before you roll any more, because obviously we got to build tension. Does anyone in the party want to do anything? Does anybody have any brilliant ideas they'd like to test out as
I feel
Zormir
like
bleeds to death?
I would say, come back in here. We can convince it to let Zormir out. Come back in and we can convince it to let Zormir out.
I pick Lou up. And push him
Who
back
are you
into the
speaking
room.
to?
Well, I pick you
No,
up. And push...
just generally shouting out the door.
I literally pick Lou up, push them into the room, and close the door behind them.
Is that how I got in? I was
like
wondering.
you know the way of like they put a cat like in Tom and Jerry where someone just picks Tom up, puts their arm into the room and just puts them down, and then closes the door behind. Alvin
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did that with Lou.
That's fair, you do so. As you shout for
Lou
the
does have
Einsmerst to
healing
return,
potions.
nothing happens. It seems he doesn't. Zormir, roll me another death save.
Like, Alvina's not gonna go in on account of it will blow out like half
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
building if she goes into the room if it comes back. So bad idea.
I suppose you're going to secretly
19,
be a
I was
revenant, Drew.
unlucky.
As
Very close to.
the seconds pass to minutes, and the point. Give me a persuasion check.
You said the minutes, then Zombie's dead or not?
Thematic license.
Okay, that's good.
27.
Oh, damn.
I actually rolled well for once.
You're really well in persuasion, to be fair. You're rolling bad at everything else, but you're really well in persuasion and performance things.
Ah, he's got plus 12 to performance.
Yeah.
As suddenly, as Zormir begins to stabilize on the floor, and the point screams into the, or at least shouts into the mirror, you see the reflection of Zormir. Oh my god, Zormir's getting up there, looking up, their head is right. Oh, and it's a twisted face.
Yeah.
It's the Doppelzormir. As the Doppelzormir stands up over their unconscious doppelganger, and bloodied and bruised, looks towards the mirror.
I'm going to quickly turn around to Lou and say, be ready to jump out that door if it looks like it's about to attack Zormir.
It raises.
Not a problem.
Yeah, Lou is like hand on the doorknob,
Okay.
like bracing.
Hey,
As I was saying,
the door was left open.
No, I shut it.
Bitch.
you know, I would love to come and see Curious's work in person on that side. And then maybe we can sort out how you actually get the child, because it seems that you can't collect things from this side. So there's some sort of logistical thing of making sure that you can actually get it. Because like I said, we are willing to give it to you.
Why did
He
you
just-
punch?
Yes,
Why did you punch?
demands.
Why did you punch our cow?
What does Curious demand? This is why I want a different agent. It's nothing against you. It's just really need to work on your communication skills.
Yes, demands.
Yes, what? We're willing to obey if you just tell us what Curious demands.
It just stares at you.
You hadn't thought that far ahead.
Demands the last child.
Yep, like we said, if you can find a way to get it on that side of the mirror, fine.
You stall. As it begins walking back to Zormir.
He's not even stalling. He's like, how the fuck
We're
do I
not
give this
stalling,
to you?
We are asking you
You-
how we give it to you.
Tell him Zormir was the only one that had the device to get through.
You claim to have the last child. Where is it? Show it! Curious demands. As he begins kind of just crouching down, the fist zapping with radiant energy over Zormir's fragile head.
Just show
Like
him
I
the
said.
illusion. Just show him the fucking illusion. Just show him the fucking illusion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, first I'm going to point at the idol and say, just to clarify, like I said, you are bad at communication. It's not that, right? In that case, I'll sigh and pull out the illusion from behind my back.
Creature begins standing up and walking over. Zormir, give me your last.
I was about to
death
say,
saving
this
throw.
is the. If nothing else, this is going to be that one. Please, nat 20 this,
Got to
you
be nat
bastard.
20. Oh!
Behind the Doppelzormir, Zormir coughs and splurts blood.
That's normal.
Doppelzormir
In this
glances
scenario,
at the
yes.
mirror, studying the egg.
I imagine it's a perfect representation of the egg, right? Point. You've seen it a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So-
I'm studying that thing a lot.
Yeah, so imagine you've got a pretty good one.
Give me a deception check. The
Come
point.
on, point.
So I have a
Don't say anything, just roll it. If saying
Yeah,
it is
so-
going to miss it by one. Say it. Yep, I knew it.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I've already used my
Use mine.
destiny.
Use mine.
Okay.
You've got your destiny point as well. Don't forget.
No, he's
You
used
have
it.
to-
I've used my
Not
destiny.
destiny point. Your bardic.
Yes, I do. And
There's the
Ooh,
24.
24.
how much is the bardic?
10.
Now save that for the next one. Save that for the next one. We might go
Okay.
through a few.
Leave this for now.
Yeah, I think a 24 beats it.
Is
Hopefully.
that I have an argument.
I hope so.
If it does see through this.
Yes. The egg. The egg. He stares at you with eyes of cold insanity. Kill it.
What?
Kill it.
The egg.
Wow,
Want me to kill it?
Kill it.
we could have made
Okay,
it.
then.
We could have made an omelet
You
out
could
of
have
it.
said this from the start.
We thought we were trying to hand it over.
Yeah.
The last child must die.
Okay. I'm just working out which of my spells to cast on an illusion will be most dramatic.
Just punch it.
No, it's the point. Would the point just punch it?
I always mean punch it and explodes would be a cool bit.
Thunder wave through the egg so it bursts.
Do you have pyrotechnics?
I have pyrotechnics. Pyrotechnics through the egg.
Yeah, pyrotechnics because it's not actually going to destroy the mirror. It's part of it.
Yes. Its soul belongs in the heavens.
Right.
The illusionary egg is dead.
So, we have done what you asked.
Give me another deception check. Or performance, your choice.
Okay, performance.
Performance. Gotta be performance. Come on,
Yeah.
point. Nat 20 this.
That'll do.
There we go.
29, yeah.
This is the most dramatic performance ever.
Of an egg explosion.
This is the greatest omelette of all time.
It's a double yoker.
If this,
I mean, it's not the greatest one of all time. It's just a tribute.
is
Yeah.
a tribute.
I was going to finish it for you, but then I thought, it's your joke.
Hell yes, hell yes.
As the
But, you know,
creature
that's just a matter of
stares
opinion.
in a grin, practically ripping Zormir's face ear to ear. It begins walking back to Zormir. And now we wait. A minute should do. As it crouches down, watching Zormir gain its fists rippling of energy. Its soul must return to the heavens.
Hey, you got us a minute. That's all we need. Hopefully, Zormir, we only need a minute, right?
Zormir, roll me another death save.
We only need
Natural
6 seconds.
20. Natural 20. You're at least stable.
As you stabilize.
Can you use my destiny point?
To get a natural
Is it natural
20.
20?
Is-
Is that a thing you can do?
I mean, technically,
I was
because
meaning
it's
to
a,
like,
sa-
re-roll it.
I was gonna say technically because it's a save, you can flash of inspiration at.
Yeah, but you only get up on a natural.
Also, he's unconscious.
I mean,
He can't flash
Even
while
still-
unconscious.
I mean,
However-
even
It
Even
is
so-
it is twisting destiny. And what more anime bullshit can you get than waking up? However, the DM isn't quite that merciful, and there's still going to be a chance. So I'm going to let you roll another
Oh
death
yeah, I
save.
was just
And if
trying
it's
to give him a
above
chance
10,
to re-roll that.
I'll give you 1 round to regain consciousness and do something. If it's below 10, though,
Bets are off.
all bets are off.
Oh my god.
this is where you flash of inspiration at.
I don't think he's going to let me flash it.
No,
He's
unconscious.
They're unconscious. They can't do shit.
I mean, rules as written, you should be able to.
Yeah, no, it's the one we actually no, actually I saw the same thing. You can flash of inspiration other people's death saves, not your own, because you have to use your reaction to do it. And he's
Ah,
unconscious.
yes, fair.
I saw the same post earlier this week.
Zormir, for a second, you push through the darkness of unconsciousness, and you see the light as you return to your body and push yourself above.
Well, Zormir, you're dead. Sorry, we tried.
Can I say something to the...
You're gonna immediately die. However, I'm gonna make that a failed death save.
Oof.
So you're 1 step away from, and I'm going to destabilize you again.
Okay.
So you know what? That's you did stabilize. All bets are clean. You now have 1 failed death save as you restart the cycle.
Oh, okay.
Because it's more dramatic that
That's
way.
fair. Oh, so she
So-
like, oh, is he at 2 and 2? Oh, God.
So I'm starting at 1.
One
Fail.
down.
One field.
One down.
0 gains.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, I say to it, I don't think my friend has a minute. If you need a hostage, take me instead. Send
And I'll
him over
take
here.
your friend's soul back as an offering to Kiris. We always are
What
looking
is-
for more warriors.
What is more beneficial to you? A soul not pledged to anyone, or a soul pledged to Kiris's enemy?
There is something about you. You reef of the celestial. Who are you? As he begins getting up and walking back to the mirror.
You can call me the Point.
It's here Doppel Zormir transforms into Doppel Point.
Okay.
Why do you smell of celestial? Tell me or your friend dies.
I've had... Let's just say I'm a patron of a celestial who you might have heard of.
Persuasion.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Point. So, me, the player, knows. The Point doesn't know.
The Point goes over and picks up the device. This device, it tempers with the planes, with the god's creation. It is a blasphemy. He charges the device. He activates the device, targeting the device itself, and returns it to the normal world.
Okay, that's a pretty good deal, actually.
So I pick it up.
He goes over and takes Zormir hostage.
Hey, we've got a way. We've got an in.
You will come with me and answer for your role in the last child. You must have stolen it from the heavens. Are you traitor to the divine emperor court?
I'm sorry, are you talking to me or Zormir here?
You, the Point.
Very well.
You who had the egg. You who defeated the only enemy left to heaven.
Okay.
It's a damn shame this thing's speaking celestial. Alvin is going to adopt it.
Give us Zormir back, and I'll come with you.
No, you were right, and no.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I told
No,
you.
you're not. Okay.
Zormir, go ahead and roll me another death save.
Please,
Remember,
natural
you're
20.
1 down.
Please, natural 20.
Give us Zormir back. Unless you need me to use the gun to that, in which case I'll do it.
Where's the
Just
positive?
help me.
Stable-ish.
As
Stable,
the device begins charging again,
Sausage-ish.
use the device, the Point. Come with me and I will send your friend back.
I will use the device on myself.
Yeah,
Zormir, give
there's
me
friends.
2 more death saving throws as we charge up the device.
Don't you dare.
Ooh.
As you're 2 down, 1 up. As the dice defarges,
20 in the neck.
just before Zormir does their final one, and the Point, do you activate the device to teleport into the mirror reflected
I
realm?
activate the device to
Wait.
teleport him there.
Point.
Could the Point throw it back through?
No! Point can heal him.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Yes!
Ah, alright. Okay, that's fine then.
I was like to say, Point's not that selfless. I don't believe he's that selfless.
So as soon as I'm in healing
I
time,
forgot
then
that
send
Point
Zormir
could heal.
back
You should note that as you teleport in, the Doppel Point is holding an action.
to immediately get rid of it. Okay.
They're... I don't know. Let's just do an old classic. I assume you have a dagger on you. Let's just put a dagger to Zormir's throat.
A roller.
Fuck you.
They're watching you cautiously, waiting for you to do anything that might trigger their held action.
Okay. I will put my hands up and say, I was going to heal him on this side. If you want to send him over, my friends will heal him over there.
Zormir, I believe you have 1 more death saving throw in you.
I'm going to also hold a
Heal for when he
hold a
moves-
cure wounds.
for when he moves up, because you realise that none of us can heal.
I've got potions.
I don't think we'll have time. He's
Fuck,
dead.
you can heal.
I thought one of
Four.
you had healing.
No, four fails.
Yeah, that's a.
That's a destiny.
Yeah.
You use my destiny. Use my destiny.
It's always a
As-
natural 1, by the way, at the end on the last one. I don't know why. No, he's dead.
As Doppelpoint reaches over still clutching the blade to Zormir's throat, and touches the device, supercharging it, so it gets one use immediately. Double Point stares at the point. You may send one of you back. Point Zormir is bleeding out on the ground, coughing.
Yeah.
He's dying. He has 1 minute to be resurrected.
Yeah, I send Zoe back. I was just seeing if I could heal him before that happened.
With what? We can be resurrected with what?
With
Gwent suddenly appearing.
I've only got greater healing potions.
Next week!
Not Revivify.
As
You've got
Doppel-
Revivify?
There's only two
I
people who
don't.
revivify is me and
Doppel Point
fucking...
goes over to the point,
I'm going.
takes the item off the point. Well, technically the point, you have a chance to fight back here, but you know.
I'm going with it. We're not going to defeat this without any information.
Yeah,
Will
right.
be heralded as a savior of the divine court. Or its enemy, depending on your role in abducting the last child. Kiris looks forward to seeing you. As he reaches out a hand to take grip of you. You feel yourself being teleported away. Do you go?
I go willingly, but I do turn just as I'm going, and just
I
say,
go willingly in protest.
protect my wardrobe.
Okay, I mean, that seems normal to the
Is that-
point, to be honest.
I will say out of character, because the egg is in the wardrobe.
I
but
remember the
yeah.
eggs being the wardrobe, don't worry. But Alvina's just like, I mean, that sounds like the thing the point would say, to be honest.
He's always precious about his clothes.
As the rest of the
Exactly.
party, Zormir teleports back into the room. But the point and the Einsmers vanish. Zormir appears to not only be unconscious, but dying.
He's dead.
He's not dead, he gets 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? No, isn't it he's
Well,
dead and
okay,
Revivify
he's-
brings him back?
He's dead. His soul has yet to depart his body then. Are you happy?
Yeah, yes.
Will the party be able to find someone to revive Zormir?
Probably not.
Who knows? Who actually knows? Well, to be fair, if you get him back to the ship in like 1 minute, which I don't think you can quite do unless you have Dimension Door,
Yeah,
Just
even
turn
Alvina's
on.
not.
Norman is the cleric this whole
I
time.
do.
or unless you have like whatever the one is that stops them like decaying. You can use Gwent as an NPC if you have the materials.
We
I
definitely
think
have
one
the.
has
Wait a
them.
minute, we have the materials for the actual revive. We have resurrect materials.
Yeah.
So the
We have
question
We
is,
have Dimension Door
can you
as
get
well.
back to the ship in time for
Yeah.
Gwent to revive Zormir? Who knows? We'll find out next week, though.
Bye.
That has been episode 52, Haunt of the Einsmers Part 3. The party has, for now, quelled the Einsmers, but given it kept talking about the soul returning to heaven, and the
Yeah.
fact you haven't actually destroyed the egg, I feel like it might find out you haven't destroyed the egg once it gets back to its master and may
Don't-
return at a later date.
Yeah.
But
Surely not.
that's a
Maybe like
problem
3 weeks.
from whenever, coincidentally, the point returns from their away time.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. There's a 50% chance that the remaining party members deal with their job for them because we might kill and eat the egg.
If Alina has anything to do with it, then yeah.
No, Alvina thinks it's a pet to be adopted now. Fuck you has anything to do about it. It's an omelette next week.
Yeah.
But that's us. The point has effectively been kidnapped by the Einsmers. Zormir is dead, and his soul is leaving their body.
God fucking damn it, Bob.
This is with it questioning Destiny too much. We played on its Destiny too much, and it fucked me over. I was
Yeah.
up if we
And
hadn't.
hilariously, that is a beautiful sense of irony. That is.
Yeah, if we hadn't
love it.
fucked. If I hadn't took the Destiny to try and get up and do something, I would have been fine. Would have
Yeah.
just been sitting there.
But that is Haunt of the Einsmers Part 3, and yes, thank you for watching, thank you for playing. This is 9 o'clock, I've been your DM, this has been Alterra, these have been my fantastic players. Until next time, good night.
See ya!
Destiny
Nice.
sucks.
I I don't know.
The
Only
game
played
or-
I'm about to say only played Destiny 2. Can't comment on the first one.
Oh, fuck.
Are we out
We're
on your
out.
end? Okay.
Yeah, we're out.
By the way, I genuinely think that Gwent, we have the materials for Resurrect, not even Revive. I think Gwent has Resurrect, and we have the materials for it. So,
It doesn't
Isn't that
resonate.
the one? Isn't that the one that changes your race though?
Yeah.
yes, but at this point...
Reincarnate, which is the druid one, changes your
Ah.
rate.
Yeah, I think... I think
Yeah, it's specifically a druid thing.
Yeah, you don't have true Resurrect, but I think Gwent has Resurrect. The middling ground, usually go-to one.
Mm-hmm.
And if he
think
doesn't,
It's also expensive.
if he does,
Looking-
it is, but we've got the materials because we specifically went out of our way to get the materials.
It also has a dimension door to get me there quicker.
Yeah, we have
If
Gwent, we
there
have
is
lose,
someone-
we have lose dimension door, and Alvina can sprint to the remainder.
So, if not, there is someone currently going to the celestial realm where I guess your soul would end up.
Send him
Maybe.
back.
Hilariously, next time Zormir dies and the Gwent tries to break out Zormir's soul from heaven.
Yeah.
To be
Next
fair, if you would
episode.
need to,
Yes,
Oh,
'cause
heist.
assuming the
Gwent's
players
working on their
their
courage.
have their death crystals on them.
Alvina does.
don't-
I don't
Remember
think so.
that,
Who does?
Abigail gave you soul pendants that if you die, your souls go into, specifically to stop this happening.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah, Alvina did. So if Alvina dies, you know what we're to do. I think Zomir specifically said he didn't.
Luke put his on as soon as he got it.
So with Alvina,
I mean,
Yeah.
fuck you's probably put it somewhere and forgotten where it is.
it's in your pocket.
It's probably in the bag of holding, but he's just forgotten it's in there.
Oh, god
He
damn.
wasn't too
Well,
sure
that
of their
money-
stuff, so he just put it away somewhere.
Mhm.
He's probably sitting somewhere with Drax right now. So he's like, I don't know what this crystal does.
We got told what it does.
No, but he's an artificer. If he doesn't know exactly how it works, he's not exactly trusting it. And he doesn't want his soul destroyed, so he'll take the going somewhere else.
If this kills you, it's
I
on
think
you.
it is technically a product of animancy than artificery.
Yeah.
Mm.
If this
So
kills,
strain animancy that you're like, I don't know, man. The professor knows that shit. I don't trust that.
Mm.
yeah, that's not a good. That's not a good endorsement. But yeah, that was awesome. Zomir, if you die, it's on you. I'm looking forward to your next character because I have no confidence.
It's on
you can win.
me.
Yeah.
We twisted Destiny too many times.
You're the one who
Ah,
used it.
Yeah, because you insisted I try
I
and
didn't.
get
I had
something.
nothing to do with this.
Yes, you did.
No, I was saying just rolling that 20. Just hard rolling that 20. That's what
Yeah.
I'd say. I had nothing to do with you roll Destiny again. I was like, no, that's pretty asking for it.
Kept on.
That was Lou. That was entirely Lou. Don't blame me. But yeah, that's what we got time for today.
I suggested it.
Exactly.
Didn't have to go for it.
Let
Exactly.
him wrap up.
Yeah, that's all we got time for today. I might be on tomorrow doing some Pokemon stuff if I feel like it. Otherwise, yeah, see you guys on Monday. God fucking damn it. TPK on Wednesday and then Zum is dead on Friday. God yeah, have a fantastic evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Thanks, Chris, for being the GM. Thanks, everyone, for playing. Fuck it. Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.